What up? Nice hat, dog. How you guys doing?
What's happening?
Young Bucks, old goats. Dude, we got oxygen for the whole show. We want to talk about the sub. I want to talk about Tyreek Hill. Then we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. And then there's some other news and stories. Yeah, we can go get some subs later. We can order some subs.
Is that an option?
I don't know if they deliver pub subs.
Not at
What's
this
your
time.
favorite sub?
Chicken tender sub. Chicken tender sub.
Like I like a buffalo chicken sub every once in a while. That's pretty good. So, were you guys keeping up with the sub story?
Yeah.
That caught fire, right? Like for from Father's Day till now?
Yep.
Till yesterday, I guess.
Yesterday.
And now everybody today is yesterday ever since yesterday everybody's a Monday morning sub expert.
Well, I got my certification yesterday, so that's why we're doing. That's why I got this hat, dude. That's why we're doing this today.
I stay.
You know
at
who
a
I was
Holiday
surprised?
Inn, so I'm ready.
I was surprised to see like James Cameron everywhere.
Oh my God, that's the guy who's really thrown it down today.
Like he's shitting on it big time, right?
He basically said that he knew Monday that it was a catastrophic implosion because the whole sub community, and I guess there's a community, is quite small, and they have people in the military, and he heard that the Navy had heard the explosion already, or the implosion, and then he was kind of pissed as to why the Navy continued the search.
Yeah, why give those people like false hope?
Yes.
But I mean, I guess they heard an explosion, but like implosion or whatever it was, it could have been something else, right? You want to make sure. You don't want to take, But what I did find kind of interesting as a spectator, looking at the news and all that stuff, was like they said there's oxygen until about 8 a.m. on Thursday, I think it was, right?
Yeah.
There's oxygen until about 8 a.m. And then like right shortly thereafter, we found the debris field. It was like, boom, like within a couple hours. Almost made me think, well, did they already find that and they just wanted to wait to make sure? Or it was just kind of the timing I thought was interesting.
Yeah, I think the other thing that Cameron brought up that's kind of hard to explain also is, dude, as soon as this thing was missing, like they put airplanes in, boats, ships, everything. They were looking. And dude, the debris field was 1,600 feet from where it was supposed to be, and that's the last place they looked. Remember, they were diving to the Titanic. Instead of looking like right away where they were supposed to dive, they looked everywhere else. Or at least that's how he put it.
Who knows, man? Who knows what the right way to do that is?
I think maybe what happened is that they didn't get those underwater robots until, later in the week. But he didn't say that. He made it seem like, well, they were like 1,600 feet away from where they were supposed to be, and they didn't start there.
Hey, man, think about this. I think shout out to those government agencies and whoever had the ships and the robots.
First responders.
Yeah, it took 70-something years to find the Titanic. They kind of knew, where the Titanic was. Dude, it took them 5 days to find this debris. I still think that's pretty impressive, man. Like that they were able to fucking, find it at least,
Yeah.
in like that rapid, The one from Argentina, you guys remember the one from Argentina a couple years ago?
No.
There was a military or Navy, their Navy sub got lost, and then they called off the search. They found that like a year later, dude.
I vaguely remember that.
I do vaguely remember that. What? Obviously, everybody died, right?
Yeah.
Like 44 people, I think it was 44 crew members.
Yeah. So they were going from Ushuaia to I've seen that sub in person in my wife's hometown, Mar del Plata, and they were coming back, and man, maybe you can look it up, Tank. I don't remember the circumstance, but I know it was like some sort of explosion or something happened on that one.
It was in San Juan, right?
Yeah, that's the name of the sub, and that one was the last most famous one that I remember from any kind of sub or anything like that. But holy cow, that became like the talk of the town.
It was found by a submersible.
Yeah, they hired those people after the like international search was called off.
Do you guys think this is the end of trips down in subs to the Titanic? For how long?
Maybe regulations coming. I'll be right back.
Now it's hot, right?
Like, who's gonna pay $250,000 now to go down in a sub to go through the Titanic?
Maybe it'll be cheaper now, right? Maybe it's
a discount.
There's a Groupon for it.
They can't stop it because it's international water, so it's not regulated.
That's correct. That's correct.
So
I think the bigger issue is that, you know, this submersible, because it's not a submarine,
right?
It's a submersible, was not really certified in any way. They begged the CIO or the CEO to, you know, go through the testing and get it certified. There was a letter that was written by, you know, this sub community or submersible community, you know, begging him to have it certified. And the guy really never wanted to do that. And I think that part of it probably is going to change, where if you're going to come up with some type of vehicle, it's going to have to go through some type of rigorous testing.
Well, the thing too is how many times has this sub gone down? Does anybody know?
It got gone down quite a few times the last.
I heard
3 years.
I heard everything between 17 and 25 times.
Okay, 17 or 25 times. You would think going down to that pressure, it's almost surprising that it didn't happen before.
That's what James Cameron was saying.
Yeah. After going down this many times and that much pressure, which none of us could imagine, right? We can't imagine that. We can't imagine being in the ocean.
Fucking 20 feet.
Imagine this, Hialeah. They said if they open like a 1/4-inch hole in that hole, it would the water would like rip your arm in half if it caught it. That's how much pressure.
It's crazy. We can't imagine that.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised that one, they were saying the way that it was built, they're usually not in that shape. There was a whole mess of concerns. Dude, they're lucky that it didn't happen before, and I don't know if this will get going again. I think it's going to take years, kind of like the Challenger when it first blew up and all that.
Well, today that company announced it has officially ceased to exist.
Not surprising, right?
That I think that's in preparation for the countless lawsuits they're going to receive.
Of course.
But according to them, there's a stack of papers you got to sign just to go down, right?
Yes.
And death is like 3 times on the first page. You got to sign off on it or whatever. So who knows?
Yeah, what this dude was saying, James Cameron, which I didn't realize. I knew he made the Titanic and the Abyss and all, but I didn't realize the guy is like a.
He's an ocean
he's a diver.
He's like kind of like an expert on the subject.
Connoisseur, if you will.
Yeah. I mean, he went down in his own little personal sub. But he was saying about the construction, what you were talking about, Hialeah, like nobody really uses what they use, which in the middle was like carbon fiber.
Yes.
And
the other end caps are titanium, but the middle is carbon fiber.
Yeah, and also there was a question of the acrylic window wasn't rated for that many meters, and they didn't want to upgrade it.
It's incredible it hasn't happened before, man. It was
Randy, you also mentioned
that it made it that many trips without imploding.
Yeah.
You're mentioning also too that it came up that it would get banged up a lot every trip.
Yeah, that's another thing they were saying. Like lifting it out of the water, putting it in, going down there, like wear and tear that would happen to this thing. And I believe I read somewhere that like they downgraded its
materials,
its rating or its capacity at one point from, I don't know, man. It's crazy that even billionaires can get
gypped.
I mean, it seems like they got duped into taking this super unsafe trip. And, I bet part of the guy's thing is like, I'm going down there with you. I wouldn't put myself in here if I wasn't safe, because he's like, he is actually putting his ass on the line.
Is this the only company that was doing this? Were they the only ones? Does anybody know?
I hadn't heard of any others that were going to but I'm not in the market for.
I didn't even know people were going down there.
I didn't know that, dude. It's kind of crazy, dude. It's like if somebody said, "Hey, let's go. We're gonna go out to space, bro." I'll take you to space. But
I know there's a submarine in Grand Cayman that goes down. But
I went on the one in Disney World one time.
I actually went on a real submarine in Hawaii with my kids, and that was pretty cool.
Was that stationary or it went for like a?
No, the submarine at Disney is basically a thing where the windows are underwater, but the whole thing doesn't go underwater.
Right.
No, this thing went underwater and it surfaced. It goes. You get on it inside. It goes underwater. It wasn't very deep though. I'd say maybe, 50 feet, 60 feet, maybe.
Oh, that's a good distance for me. Imagine going 13,000 feet, bro. That's crazy.
Dude, and did you guys see this, Jonas? Maybe we can show like a video or pictures of the sub. Did you guys see the sub, what it is inside?
Yeah.
Like, there's no chairs. You're just sitting there.
No.
Crisscross applesauce.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's one window in the front.
Yep.
Which is next to the bottle. That's the toilet, I guess.
Yep.
Bro,
he's got like what he calls camping lights that he bought it like at a camping store at the top. I mean, this reporter, and I think I sent you the video, I'm sorry, not Go, Mustafa. There was a reporter that went in there and like he was like, "Yeah, I don't think I'm going down on this thing."
I saw that guy. I saw that guy.
Very improvised is the word that and then he took it a step further and said, "This looks very MacGyverish."
Dude, it sounds like something the little rascals will build in their backyard, and with all the different gadgets. You know what I'm talking about, Bum, right? It's like a fucking spanking and alfalfa special. It seems like, man.
Yeah, but the other thing is he would also then say, yeah, the University of Washington, NASA,
Boeing and NASA
is working with us, and it's just like, you don't know
that's
how much
true,
were they working with them?
Yeah, if that's true, they're gonna get sued too. Then maybe because I don't know.
You know what, dude? People are always doing this. Just think about all the people that go on Mount Everest every year. They know
there's
a total, because they want to say, I've been down there, I've gone down there. The guy that was from Pakistan was like a lifeguard, Titanic lover, was his dream. They're saying now that his son didn't want to go. But people are always going to take those chances, man. You get stuck on Mount Everest, they can't bring you down. There's still people up there frozen, and people still go. And it's like, oh, we got a 24-hour window. Oh, let's try to make it. And they still try to make it. So this isn't a one-off. This is going to happen again. It's just who we are, man.
It's adventure and extreme tourism.
The ultimate flex.
Yeah, it's an ultimate flex. Imagine the settlers, bro, crossing the plains. That's part of it. How many of them would they would hear the Indian story? They got scalped, they got this, they got kidnapped. And people still went with their families.
Well, those people were at least looking for something, right? Like living, gold, land. To your point, 12 people have died this year climbing Mount Everest. 5 are still missing. But not to be insensitive, do you consider this a tragedy?
No. I don't think it's a tragedy. I think it's a calculated risk, and the risk didn't pay off.
Yeah, it's like definitely like one of the possibilities that could happen.
Yeah.
Like there's refugees who die at sea all the time.
That's a tragedy, bro.
Well,
Yeah,
that was the one that just happened.
Off the coast of
like,
Greece or something.
Yeah, like
or
120 people, something like that.
Yeah.
My cruise ship went to assist in that.
Wow.
It was right when we were leaving Greece that happened.
Those are tragedies.
Did you help?
Those people are.
That's a tragedy.
Not me personally. No, I was sleeping because it was like 3
No,
a.m.
he wanted to make sure they didn't think he was one of them. He was hiding.
Can you imagine the millionaires that went on the trip before this one? How they must be feeling?
Yeah, and there's a guy that was supposed to go on but got bumped off somehow.
The guy who has the next one. The guy who had the next one.
Could you imagine the people on the next one, how they're going to feel?
Yeah, we were scheduled to go in July.
They ruined our trip.
They paid $250. They'd have to pay me fucking millions, dude, to go down there.
Dude,
it's kind of interesting, though. You gotta be honest,
in a
right?
plane, let alone a submersible.
I'm telling you, it's not for me, bro.
Dude,
nah.
Dude, they were bolted shut. Even if they made it to the surface, they couldn't get out. Somebody had to go and like,
and they couldn't get out like that. They would have to decompress and all that other shit, dude.
Yeah, they're completely reliant on other people to find them, to open it, to treat it, whatever needed to be done. It's not like you're on a plane. Well, I got a parachute, man. I'll jump off. Take my chances. You're like, you can't do anything. Even though, I guess silver lining, they didn't suffer. It sounded like it was like an immediate thing.
And it didn't go like this. It went like,
yes. And I was
somebody stepped on a Coke can, just like that.
Is there any images of something imploding or videos?
I saw like a little, I guess a little diagram of how it probably happened. Let me see if
I think I saw it.
I think I saw it in a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
I think there's a Marvel movie where something like just goes. Isn't there a sci-fi film and something just goes in and then boop and it's gone? I don't know. I kind of think
I heard a doctor talk that's exactly what would happen to all of your body cavities that have air. Basically, they would implode like that too, simultaneously.
When you go to Taco Bell too, it happens.
Yeah, it happens. What I was thinking is, imagine the evolution of all the fish and the creatures that live down there, that they live in that, dude. How do their bodies handle that? That's insane.
Yeah, because there's fish down there at the bottom of the Titanic and shit.
Yeah, dude, there's fish and all this. How do they take that pressure? It's amazing, the evolution of them being able to live down there. It's crazy. Why don't they implode?
And why doesn't the military have subs that can go that far down? Is it because they're too big to be made of the material necessary for that? I don't know enough about that shit. I just know you told me, Bum, they can only go like 3,000 or something.
About 3,000 feet.
And it's because of the materials?
Well, it's just how they're built. I don't know if there's any advantage to going that deeper. I think what happens too is that you can't launch missiles then from that deep in the water, because remember, you got to be able to. Those freaking submarines are missile launchers, and they got to be able to shoot the missiles out. The deeper you go, I'm sure it starts affecting that ability of the missiles being fired. In addition to, like, what's the purpose of going that deep, right? Maybe hiding? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess that's why they have those robots, right?
Yeah, there is no reason to develop that. There's not a good enough reason.
Yeah, for military. I mean, for the military, I don't know if they need to go down there. For explorers and oceanographers, probably, to understand more of what's down there. But
that's more of a private enterprise, as opposed to a government. It's interesting. Okay, can we change the subject group? What's going on with Tyreek Hill? I don't know what's going on with Tyreek Hill. Did he beat somebody up? Is that what it is?
Tyreek Hill went out fishing with Drew Rosenhaus, and there's actually video. Maybe you can find a tank of Drew Rosenhaus. This is more shocking almost than the Tyreek Hill thing. There's some video of Drew Rosenhaus swimming
with a
shark, and he's like pulling its tail, and apparently it's like a protected shark. So these guys were wilding out. And then I guess when they came back into the marina, they were fishing for tarpon on the dock, which is not allowed. And I guess, an older guy, I say older, he's like 60. Sorry, guys, no offense. He went over there, and I guess he was telling them about it, and I guess he smacked them in the back of the head or something. And then they were going to – initial reports were like that he wasn't going to press charges. And then in the last couple of days, they said that the guy is going to press charges, and whether he does or doesn't, there's an ongoing investigation, and they could go ahead and pursue, charges even if the guy doesn't want to press charges. That's basically what I know.
I think I got that.
People are saying he could miss time because of this.
You got the video, Tank?
Yeah, of the shark incident.
All right, let's see this.
Yeah, hold on. All right, Drew just grabbed the shark's tail. The shark. We got Tyreek Hill right here. What is going on right now? Oh my gosh, dude!
What are you doing?
Drew Rosenhaus is a crazy man, dude. The Florida man. There he is, right there. Look at him go.
What's wrong with the shark, though?
The shark looks like it's dying, right?
Yes.
It looks like it's hooked. It's hooked.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it got fished.
I'm pretty sure that's why Drew did that.
I guess
I'm still not doing that either, bro.
I think he's gonna miss time, dude, unless the NFL has just doesn't give a shit about anything anymore. Because, dude, Tyreek Hill, if you look it up, he has a kind of a checkered past with domestic stuff, dude. Like in college.
College, yeah.
I got another angle that looks even more ridiculous of that.
He choked and punched in the stomach his pregnant girlfriend at the time. And then there was another time when he was disciplining his kid that he broke the kid's arm, or the kid broke his arm while they were doing it.
That a few years ago, right?
Yeah, and he's really gotten kind of off the hook always. So, anyways, we'll continue with that. Let's look at another angle of Drew Rosenhaus.
This one is crazy. Look how he approaches the shark.
Don't grab him. Don't grab him, Drew. Don't grab him, Drew. Holy.
Oh, shit.
You don't have good enough insurance for that. No. Okay, he grabbed him. All right, he's got it. Hey, hold on.
Got huge snitches.
Can we get a picture? Here. Sorry, you going to jump in with him? Hell no. No? Look at Drew. Look right here. Pull his head up.
They asked Tyreek if he wanted to jump in there with him. He said, hell no.
Dude, what happens if another shark comes up from behind and knocks his ass?
Yeah, dude, you guys saw that other kid, right? That was on that pirate boat trip.
Yeah.
What happened there? I didn't see
I think
that.
he was from here, right? I think Ashley said she went to school with him.
Oh, like South Florida? I thought he might have been from Florida, but I don't know exactly where.
Yeah.
These kids, kids make mad decisions, especially when you graduate. They went on some like pirate boat thing, I think near Orlando or something, where they go out for the night, a lot of drinking and partying or whatever. And at some point, he decides, see if you can find that video, Tank.
Somebody dared him.
Did they know that there was a shark there already, or he didn't know?
No, I don't believe so. Somebody dared him to jump.
The dude jumps in the water.
Yeah, just graduated.
Yeah, and then he was like a baseball player too or something. And then you see like there was speculation, but it looks like a shark to me.
Yeah.
And they never found them, dude. And
they threw out a float to him, and they told him to swim to it. And I think in the video it shows that he went and then he stopped and he started swimming away from it because he saw the goddamn shark.
Oh, I didn't know it was a shark. I thought he just fucking.
No, and then they never saw him again.
Yeah, he like fucking. Oh yeah, that guy. Nah, that's not who I was talking about. But yeah, that guy got fucking lost at sea.
See if you can find that one.
That was a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a month ago.
Teen jumps out of pirate cruise eaten by shark or something like that.
Eaten by shark.
Since we have the horrific accident expert here with us, we might as well show it to him. Yeah, dude, it's like everybody wants to get the views and the likes and the fucking selfie in the bottom of the ocean or something, or like.
What I've been seeing recently that's been popping up on my phone is people taking incredibly close pictures with buffaloes. I mean,
that doesn't always work out.
Yeah,
a lot of those close pictures with animals in general too.
Don't work out.
Yeah, no, dude. Mother Nature, undefeated. We ready to show this thing?
Yeah.
This is kind of hard to see, probably, but is that the guy there? That's the kid right there.
Oh yeah, there was a shark there.
Oh, bye bye. Oh, that's it. Hey, the buoy.
Baba Booey.
Damn. It could have been.
The video's hard to see, but I mean, the way he reacted certainly looked like he saw something.
Dude, can you imagine that instant for him? It's like, oh shit, I fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And they never found him?
No.
Mm-mm. And they didn't. I felt like they didn't look that long, but I guess they knew, you know. Like that felt like a short search. And I don't remember if he was on the Gulf side or
That I don't remember.
on the Atlantic side. I don't remember that because I know the Louisiana people were involved. They have like a special Coast Guard or something from Louisiana.
When I went to Cuba like 4 years ago, they showed me a picture of a guy that got he got killed. He got half eaten in the town where my family's from, and they showed me the picture. Dude, a shark attack is gruesome, dude. It's gruesome. It looks like what they told me was it was at dusk, and they were just partying, and they were like in the water, not even deep, a few feet deep, and where they were, there's usually not sharks because I guess there's a sandbar or whatever. But it looks like the shark came around the sandbar and came in, and they were standing. They weren't even, and it came up and it got him like from underneath and his inner thigh. Dude, I saw the picture and it was just like, oh my God, dude.
Like the picture when they dragged him out?
The picture of him on the table once they recovered him.
Oh my God.
And
nice,
it's just
nice comment.
It's devastating, dude.
I will be watching Jaws with my children on July the 4th, immediately before I put them in the ocean.
You should show them Titanic first.
They saw it last night.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you make him cover his eyes?
No, I had prepared them for the boobies.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's
I was gonna say
the first rack.
That's more of a love story, not a.
They enjoyed it, dude. They liked it.
I'm sure.
Yeah. It's a cool movie, dude.
Yeah, it's good.
Until the end, it gets pretty gnarly, dude. You know what's crazy about that movie? Like when they hit the iceberg, there's still like an hour and a half left in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like the second half of the movie is all the disaster.
Yeah.
And the band's playing.
Amazing how much money that made in a movie you already knew what the ending was going to be.
That tells you how good or the hype or
it
was good. I enjoyed it.
Yep.
It made you feel like you were on the ship.
Yeah.
It's amazing how fast those people died in the water.
It's fucking freezing, bro.
It was like negative
78, I think.
The water had icebergs.
Yeah, it was -7 in the water.
Dude, you don't last long in that.
I think they died like within minutes.
I got to tell you though, I think there was room for Jack on 100%.
Can we look at a
I
picture
think
of that?
I think she's a bitch, dude. Fuck
Look
her.
at a picture of Rose and Jack and the door.
Fuck Rose.
I'll never forget you, Jack.
Yeah, right.
Dude, there was
standing
rumors.
from her warm board.
Yeah. And let's face it, dude. Rose is a whore, right?
Hey.
She goes on the cruise with the fucking rich guy, and she's just with him because he's rich. And then she fucking gets with this guy, and then she doesn't even let him on the fucking thing. Like, let's be honest, right?
Yeah.
They even drew a little guy right here showing.
Can we get a closer? What, the thing would have capsized with him on it, or what?
Yeah, what a capsize, probably. Both of them on there would have been tough.
Maybe if they would have adjusted
They're
other
showing
way.
different positions.
Yes.
Yeah, they should have made that door smaller to not have this. I remember thinking that initially when I watched the movie. I was like, oh my God, she's going to find a way to get him on there, right?
Mythbusters did something on it.
Really?
Oh, that'd be interesting. Those guys are good. No, and they almost die like 4 times during the movie. She almost kills herself in the beginning.
Isn't he locked in the cell one time? He almost drowned, and
Yeah, he's handcuffed.
yeah.
A lot of conspiracy theories around the Titanic.
What up, Remo?
Did you guys see that thing that Neil deGrasse Tyson, is that his name?
Uh-huh.
Where he mentioned about the stars, that it bothered him that the stars weren't
Accurate in the Titanic?
accurate, yeah, in the Titanic.
Oh, that's something that guy would say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard him talk about stuff
The
like
coordinates, the stars and the coordinates that didn't align.
Yeah, anything science or whatever in any movie that's not like really accurate, it really bothers that guy.
He's the only one.
Yeah.
How fast did it sink? Do you guys know? I was trying to look that up.
I think it took a couple hours, right?
Yeah, within a couple hours, I believe.
So like it hit the iceberg and 2 hours later it was gone.
Something like that.
What I read yesterday was there was another ship in the area
Yes.
that caught the distress signal, but like didn't really pay it any mind, and they went to sleep, and then they got back there the next day, and that other ship was already there, the Carpathia, which I think is a Cunard ship, which is, I think Cunard is still in operation as a cruise line. But those people were just there to rescue the people.
SS Californian ignored the Titanic.
Yes, that was the name of the ship. Yep.
Fucking Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's several conspiracies about the Titanic, and
Which are?
Let's get into it, because there were 3 ships, and those were kind of cursed.
yes,
The Carpathia.
one theory is that the sister ship is the one that really sank the Olympic.
Right, for an insurance claim, it was
Yes.
damaged. That's the one that got rammed, right?
And just in case you didn't think that conspiracy theories can't create themselves quickly, there's one on the sub and the Titanic that those people were going to be able to tell that it was not the Titanic that sank, and that's why it blew up.
Oh my God. I was going to ask if there was any sub conspiracy, but hold on. Let's deal with the Titanic conspiracies first. The main one is that one of the sister ships to the Titanic was badly damaged, and there's something to do with the insurance. So
Yes.
they switched the names and
Yes.
then had this accident happen to the other one, which really wasn't the Titanic. The Titanic was the other one, and that one sunk. But the bottom line is 2 of those ships sunk. There was 3 of them, and the other one got rammed. So like they were like cursed, these ships from White Star. What was it?
White Star Lines.
White Star Line, yeah.
The other one was that it was it's always an inside job for the insurance money. I mean, come on. That's one of them.
A lot of important people died on that.
Oh,
ship.
I think
That's number 9. That the Titanic sinking was part of an elaborate murder plot to get rid of some of the important people there.
J.P. Morgan owned the Titanic, I think.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
I think
insurance
further up down the line, they were the ones who owned the ship or something like that.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
a scam for sure.
The Titanic was carrying a sarcophagus of a mummy.
Oh my god, dude! I pulled up the list and easy for real.
that was that doomed the ship.
Cursed mummy, yeah.
German U-boat really sank it.
Hey, does anybody know if from the Titanic movie, if any of these people are real people, Rose, Jack, or that diamond?
The unsinkable Molly, she's real. She was real.
The heart of the
Unsinkable
ocean
Molly?
is not real.
Yeah.
Who's not real?
Yeah, none of those people were real. The unsinkable Molly Brown or whatever, she was real.
Yeah.
That sounds like some sort of drug you take at some rave.
That was this chick.
Which we're thinking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bates. Kathy Bates.
Yeah.
Misery?
Yeah.
Yes.
Her character was real.
Okay. Not Jack and Rose.
Not Jack and Rose. I think a lot of the other ones are probably real. The famous people.
Yeah, the captain, the guy who designed the ship, all those people are probably real.
Right.
The sinking was a result of sabotage.
Listen, all of y'all, this is sabotage.
Substandard rivets were used to cut costs. The captain was under
that doesn't
pressure.
seem, dude. They went outlandish on the thing, man. Right?
The captain was under pressure to create a new speed record.
That is kind of confirmed, right?
Yeah, I think that's confirmed. That's true, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, they have that a little bit in the movie that he was under pressure to, make it on time or beat the time,
and he
ignored
the iceberg thing.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, Molly.
That one doesn't seem that. This seems the most realistic out of all of the things you've said so far.
The coal fire theory is interesting. This is where they think that, that thing's powered by coal, right?
Mm-hmm.
That there was one of the coal bunkers caught on fire, and to deal with the fire, they threw the coal into the burners, which made the ship travel faster than what the captain or the staff actually knew, which is kind of hard to believe that, but they consider that a very plausible scenario.
Well, yeah, because
it fits
maneuver,
right, and it fits
the
speed thing that we know, right? Mm-hmm. That the captain was trying to.
You're getting better from the mummy thing here.
Yeah.
You're doing better.
I don't know. I believe the mummy
was the rock there.
Yeah, so those are some of the more famous ones. Of course, I am pretty surprised that the wife of the CEO of Ocean Gate's family was on the Titanic. What are the chances of that?
Yeah.
You said it's a tight-knit community.
She did survive, Remo, because she got to one of the at least in the movie, she got to one of the lifeboats. So
yeah, she survived. She survives.
Yeah.
But yeah, you said it's a tight-knit community, bro.
Or this guy's into this stuff and he meets a girl. Oh my God, you're kind of cute, and your family was on the Titanic. Oh, you're the girl for me. This is
people get off on that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Guess who I married? A girl, the descendant of the Titanic survivor.
Not only do I have this sub that I will go in with you for $250,000, but hey, my wife's family was on there.
So another funny note.
Now he's there.
I happened to run into a Morticia, like it was on a TikTok or YouTube, I forget what it was, who they were asking what would the injuries be like of an implosion to the human bodies, right? And she went into that about the chest cavities, completely collapsing and then disintegrating and all this shit. But then, kind of off topic, she says, has anybody forgotten about the bangings that people heard during the rescue? Remember, they kept saying that we're
Yeah.
like banging every 30 minutes.
Now we know
Yeah.
that those were after they were dead.
Yeah.
They were after, exactly. And you know what she said those are? Those are the ghosts of the Titanic.
Okay.
Oh, come on, brother.
Yeah.
I believe it.
You and the mummy. You know what I heard from scientists about the banging? He said that it could be a bunch of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
One
Even
of the-
animals.
One of the things
Whales.
he didn't mention whales, but one of the things he did mention, which I guess it could be, I don't know, but one of the things he mentioned is that the Titanic is in an extreme state of decomposition, and there's shit falling off of it all the time,
constantly. Yes.
and sound apparently underwater travels really
Yeah.
far,
Yeah.
and you could hear it. And he said that was one of the possibilities that it
Yes.
could have been, or the most likely. That he didn't, when he heard that, he didn't think like that it was them, or it wasn't like a sign for hope, really, for him. He was
Any
like,
of these
It's also
guys-
an artificial reef too, so it could have been any animals down there fucking banging it.
I
up.
heard a guy say that animals do a lot of those types of sounds.
Yeah,
Especially
whales.
whales.
They do a lot of banging.
Well, you know
no,
what it could be?
sounds,
It could be-
sounds like that.
It could be narwhals, and they're fighting. You know, they're like jousting or
Narwhals.
some shit.
Jousting.
You know?
the every 30 minutes is the
Right.
thing that was kind of interesting. They kept
That's
saying,
why the mortician thinks it's the ghost of the Titanic.
what are they, like on a time clock or
Yeah,
something?
every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Right, hey, 30 minutes, bro. We gotta make
Ooh,
our noises.
They're actually right now banging. It's that we just never pay attention because there's no subs missing.
Wow, ghosts got a bang too, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
If there were ghosts, would they still be underwater? Or would they have made their way up? Can ghosts swim?
Mm,
Uh,
now we're asking the real questions.
I don't
Where
think they
where
swim,
where
they
is
just,
where
they just
is
float.
where's my boy from Ben from Central Utah Paranormal, dude, to answer these questions?
Are the ghosts wet?
No,
Ghosts can't get wet.
no.
Then how can they bang?
Dry, like the bum was going.
Dry humping? Dry humpback whaling?
Dry humpbacks.
Randy.
Yeah, I do wonder if people are gonna be like,
Randy.
I won't take these crazy trips. What's up?
I'm not usually the one that comes up with the "Hey, look who died," but I came up with the "Look who died" guy.
Tina Turner.
Kind of. Remember how we were talking about, not here, but our autism conversation.
The tism, yeah, we're talking about
Yeah.
the tism.
How long they,
How long
Don?
they live?
No. How long that's been around?
Oh yeah,
And-
like we don't remember that much, right? That many from when we
It
were
was
younger?
it wasn't autism until recent. It seems like to us, right? They were just called
Retards.
Yeah.
Mongoloid.
Small-
Look, retards.
Yeah.
Yeah, early, the first person that was ever diagnosed with autism just died.
Look
He
at
was
that.
diagnosed he died at age, I think he was like 83. He was diagnosed when he was 5 years old. And he was the first diagnosed person with autism.
So what are we talking here? Like 1950?
30s. He was diagnosed in he was born in 33, so in 38 he was the first diagnosed person.
Around World War II, we diagnosed the first person.
Right before, right?
Wow.
Right before.
I actually didn't hear about personally. I didn't hear about autism probably until the late 80s.
Right. Me too.
I gotta tell you now. I'll tell you this story just because I heard this guy speak recently. RFK Jr. That's one of his things. Like when we were younger, there wasn't that many people that were diagnosed with this, and it exploded around the late 80s, early 90s. And of course, he attributes a lot of it to like vaccines, and I think
Okay.
also he attributes a lot of it to like stuff in food and stuff like that that became more prevalent during that time.
You know what I
we
think?
were
too?
vaccinating before that.
Yeah, you know what
But
I
no,
think?
we were vaccinating for like 3 or 4 things. In the late 80s, I think you were getting like 70 shots or something to get all the coverage for all the vaccines.
You know what I think it is? I think back in the day, depending, the severe cases, they were just sent away and put in the asylums.
Mm.
I think a lot of autism was looked as mental illness or craziness.
Or
We know that there's other
or undiagnosed, and they were just slow.
Yeah.
Or he's special. And the very severe ones, they kind of were like Rain Man. They sent them away.
Just like the ADD
put a helmet
kids. Just like
Who's
the
on
ADD.
first?
What is that called? ADD? The
ADHD.
hyper kids? Those kids are hyper.
Those kids are hyper.
But bro, how many people, how about peanut allergies? Do you remember anybody in your school having a peanut allergy when you were in school?
I remember kids.
Doesn't mean it was.
I remember kids had allergies.
I don't remember
specifically peanut allergy. Do you remember anybody?
I don't remember.
I don't, but it doesn't mean it wasn't there.
No.
Right.
I'm talking about prevalence. Like now, like all the time, you hear about peanut allergy. Everybody has.
I just know one person.
Really? I hear it all the time. Like, and they're even like sometimes make sure it doesn't have peanuts because.
I hear.
Well, it's just in case. I think it's just a precaution.
I hear more.
Some of them grow out of it.
When we do caterings, over like 40 people, like we try to limit it because it's a lot of people to be like, somebody's bound to have it,
I just don't remember like ever being with anybody and they're like saying, "Ooh, I can't have peanuts." And now,
you know what I do remember? I remember having a lot of kids in school, and hey, this kid's strange. There's something off. There's something.
There's always strange.
But I didn't remember. It wasn't the prevalent thing. Was autism? They were special.
So why is it so much now?
But it's just a word, right? Maybe they diagnose it more than they did back then.
Well, it's two ways of looking. There's
more aware of it.
Looking at.
They're more aware of it.
You could look at it is that now they're able to identify it and understand it, or the other thing, if you're into conspiracies, right, is that now anything they're attributing to, oh yeah, you have autism, so you need to take this drug. Here you go.
And there's different levels too of autism. There's very high functioning. The high functionings back in the day probably were just nobody even thought anything of it.
Did they start diagnosing that to be able to push out medication to treat it? Yeah, to treat it and make more money.
At the beginning, they were probably looking to make it better, and then everything else, it becomes a business.
Yeah.
Some other shit he was talking about that was kind of interesting was I don't know if they do it anymore, but he was saying
mercury in the vaccine. Yeah.
And you know why they do that?
To preserve it.
No. What he was saying
is to create a reaction to the. I think it's an adjutant reaction.
What he was saying is that that shit's hard to get rid of. He's saying that shit sometimes even goes into your brain or stays in your body forever. Oh. But the mercury is fucking poison, really. And they want to create, when they do the vaccine, such a reaction because they give you a little bit of the fucking virus. This is that type of vaccine, right? Because there's different kinds of vaccines. I forget the name of this one, where they give you a little bit of the virus and then they give you the mercury and your body goes into an immediate attack mode, because of the mercury. So then the next time that your body sees the virus, it remembers the response and it has the same response without the mercury, which is fucking poison, being present, which is, I think they don't really use it that much or at all anymore because it's fucking poison, dude.
Well, they certainly used it as a preservative at one point. And yeah, I've heard that about it creating a reaction so it could jumpstart the virus protection. I've heard that.
Yes, I would equate it to like
But
like you pinch somebody whenever something happens, you know.
but
When
then
you see the color blue, I pinch you. So the next time you see the color blue, like you get scared because you think you're about to get pinched. You know, like the body reacts
But
to
you
it.
know what? I put that in the category a little bit of and at some point we used to attach leeches to people, and that was medicine, right?
But did that work?
Well, they certainly thought
I
it did.
believed it at one time.
Yeah,
Might have.
No, but I mean, did it work?
I think
no,
it's
right?
still used in some places too.
yeah. In some places,
Yeah, I
it
think
is.
it's still a thing.
Yeah,
I think it all goes down to like we understand everything more now than we did before.
More and more every year.
Well, and I think there's an evolution, right? Some of those things were more primitive, right? Some of those treatments were more primitive. I mean, they used to put cocaine in Coca-Cola. I mean, we could go on, right?
They still use the cocoa leaves after
which
they
still did.
extract the cocaine from them. They still use them for.
What do they do with the cocaine they extract?
Well, I think they use it for medicinal still, right? Some shit still has cocaine in it, medicinal stuff.
Well, when you go to the dentist, you ever heard? You know, they put on your tooth lidocaine. Everything that ends in cane is basically derived. Novocaine, all that, all your dental kind of stuff derives from that.
Yeah, I just
don't sniff it though.
Never. Yeah, the thing with all that technology and, you know, we know more now. You know, we always say we know more, right? Like as time goes by, we know more. Always, right? You always hear them saying, we didn't know that back then, you know, now we do, right? Like almost always. You rarely
Well, but I'm sorry, but RFK has said about that is we used to tell pregnant women, not to eat tuna fish because of high mercury levels.
Yeah.
This is one of his famous lines.
Yeah.
We used to tell pregnant women, don't eat tuna fish because of mercury, right? Yet we're putting mercury in vaccines. Come on. We didn't know? To his point, he's saying we knew, we just didn't care when it came to vaccines. I don't know.
What do you think? They did know or they didn't know?
Well, I think mercury is unhealthy for like newborns and young children.
I don't think it's healthy for anything, right?
No, it's not. It's incredibly.
It's poison.
It's toxic, yeah. But
but I'm saying we eat it. We eat fish and shellfish all the time.
Oh, absolutely. Mercury, fish, seafood.
We all have mercury in our body.
Absolutely.
And I think it's hard to get rid of it.
Yeah,
it's impossible. But guess what? Guess what? We used to put mercury in our fillings. The dentist, forget vaccines. The dentist used to put mercury in vaccines.
All right.
Did they go back and say, you got to go to the dentist and get all your fillings pulled out and immediately because you're going to die? Nobody said that. Should they?
But they don't use it anymore, right?
Mercury fillings?
Yeah.
I certainly haven't. I think the last time I got a filling, it was certainly not mercury. Now, my understanding is that that's more cosmetic because now they use white fillings instead of silver, which were mercury.
Can you look that up, Tank? When did we stop using mercury for? The point I was trying to make is like almost always when you hear about medicine and like anything really, we didn't know this back then. We learned this, you know, it's always like we learn more as we go. It almost seemed like recently they weren't saying, you should know in the moment too that you don't know everything. You know, you're still learning. You have to have like a humble approach to it. And it seemed like
that's very hard for anybody.
It was more like shut the fuck up, trust the science.
Well,
shut up, trust the science.
It's very hard for people who have a lot of titles and a lot of, you know, degrees and are supposedly so-called experts to ever say, "Oh, we're not really sure."
Yeah, the problem is the ones that were saying that they were like, shh, they were like silencing those people, you know, recently. Yeah. That's the fucked up part. And the whole thing about science is to question. That's like the whole. Isn't that what science is really? Like question everything, test everything, check everything out.
Yes,
that's really what it is, and they did like the opposite, like just trust
yeah, but did you get the mercury thing? When did we stop using that?
I can't really find it. I'm seeing that white fillings were introduced in the 70s.
Yeah, and they were more expensive, and nobody would get them.
Yeah.
Was mercury ever used in fillings? Maybe look that up.
No, it was 100% in the silver
Okay.
ones, but it's saying like in 2008 it got banned in Sweden, Norway, and Denmark. But I don't know what in
So
America.
It may have never been banned here.
No, but it says the American Dental Association announced that the use of mercury silver has been banned in Sweden, Denmark, and Norway. But I don't know. It doesn't say anything about.
I may have some
America.
mercury, dude.
Oh, I
We all
have
have
silver
mercury.
fillings. I know I have some silver fillings done in the 70s. Those
Are they
things
still-
were
Those are
loaded.
scientists.
Those were loaded with mercury.
Are
I'm
they
sure.
still in there? You still have them?
Yeah.
And
And I bet you they were. And I bet you they were better than the cosmetically nice white ones.
Interesting thing about the sub too. There was a case of another submersible in 1973 that went down to check out a may have been a World War II or something. I don't remember what war.
Is that the one I sent you?
That's the one we were talking about. That they rescued the people on the same
Yeah,
day
they
that this.
actually rescued them, but they were like in 1,500 feet of water, I think.
3,000 feet, and there was 4 people inside. 2 of them died because they were in a separate compartment. The other 2 were rescued. But what was interesting was 50 years to the day from the day they rescued them to the day that these people got lost. From 1973, June 18th to June 18th, 2023. That was weird.
Wow, I thought it was less deep than 3,000 feet.
We could look it up. What you got, Tank?
No, that's fine.
This same I guess post or blog that said that about in 2008 Sweden and Denmark it was banned. It's from 2012, and it says, however, in the U.S. the use of mercury in dental fillings is still approved by the government and the ADA. So in 2012 it was still okay. It says
What the fuck, man?
it is considered unethical for a dentist to advise a patient to have mercury fillings removed for health reasons. However, any patient may choose to have their existing amalgams replaced with an alternative material if they so desire.
Wow, it's unethical for a dentist to tell you to take your mercury-filled fillings out?
Why would that be considered unethical?
For health reasons, it says.
Oh, because there's no proof? Or because the overall dental association is in agreement that it's not a big deal.
Bro, we've put so many of these fucking mercury fillings, dude. Don't fucking tell nobody to take these out, dude. We're gonna be fucked, bro.
But think about it. Think of it from a money perspective. That would be a big boom for them.
Oh, hey, we gotta update these fucking fillings, dude.
That or they're scared of being sued.
Yeah.
Or they're trying to kill all of us and
Because if
depopulate the earth.
If they admit that they have to be taken out, then they could be sued on why they put them in the first place.
Why are they trying to depopulate the earth with mercury fillings? I don't get
It's
that.
the big restart.
They're gonna kill us, bro.
With the mercury?
Yeah.
It's the big restart.
I do think that there's a movement to have less people going on.
That's a rabbit hole. Do you want to get in the hole?
You know me, dude. I go hard in the hole, dude.
With your flotation device?
Yes, dude. Whenever I can get my hands on them.
Your LFD?
Yeah. Do you guys think there's any like global movement to like slow down reproduction or depopulate a little bit? I mean, there's one in China, right?
Literally.
For years.
Literally. That's no conspiracy.
The one-child policy.
I think it got upgraded to 2, though.
Yes, recently, because they were
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they figured out that the population wouldn't be able to sustain itself with old people in the future.
For future growth.
Yes.
Everybody was going to be taken from retirement and Social Security.
Do you guys think about that ever?
I think it's possible.
You know what? I am not 100% sure on that. But who is the cabal that is responsible for some of these? What is the group? What is it? Is it the Illuminati? What is the?
You know who
what
I
is
think
the-
it is?
What is the group?
Don't say Bill Gates, bro.
Nah, you know who I think it is?
Well, is it Bill Gates? And then
No.
you
I think it's AI.
or you think AI is already working on us?
I think right now AI
From within.
cannot overtake us because we're still so many, and there's still, enough manpower, that we could probably stop it right now, right? If if it got too crazy, we could stop it. But if they weaken us and we become sissy men, and there's less people being born and more of us are turning into women and not reproducing and
Taking vaccines.
and then I don't know about the vaccines. That's a faster way to kill people. And then in a few years, if there's less of us, then maybe they make their move and fucking T-800s come out and shit. That's my theory. But I've had a few drinks already.
Solid theory, bro.
I don't know. There's definitely a movement for like that, dude. There's so much trans, all this.
But is that a movement that's being? Is it a movement just out of happenstance, or is it being driven by something purposely? I guess that's the difference, right?
The trans movement?
No, just what you're talking about, the over reduction of population and people.
Like, you think it's being done intentional? It's a plan that's being set in motion.
A concerted effort.
Is it a concerted effort or a result of cultural changes and just things that are happening naturally?
Well, dude, what happens naturally, bro?
That somebody is sitting somewhere saying, we got to reduce the population. This is what we're gonna do.
Let's introduce trans into the community.
We're gonna support everything that does not create
life,
family.
Life.
It's like releasing those mosquitoes that don't, they don't get pregnant.
Right, the sterile mosquitoes.
The sterile mosquitoes.
Mountain Dew.
They're only doing that with mosquitoes and probably other things.
Dude, Mountain Dew.
Dude, RFK even started talking about some shit that I only had heard Alex Jones talk about, dude.
Oh, shit, the Sandy Hook.
No. He was talking about the frogs turning gay or the frogs changing sex.
Yeah, but they've always been able to do that. That's even from Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park.
It spilled over.
That's a natural function, though.
There was something that was causing them to do it. I can't remember why. Look that up. RFK on frogs changing sex.
The chemtrails spilled over to the frogs.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Popeye's chickens.
Oh, that's good as fuck, bro.
Sterilizing,
I
men.
love Popeye's chicken.
But Bum, you talk about, is it a natural occurring cultural thing? Like, let's face it.
I'm asking. I don't know.
No. I know, and I'm just we're all hypothetically talking here. But I'm just saying, let's face it, dude. We are sort of spoon-fed. I mean, look at the sub, dude. The subs, everybody's talking about the sub.
Check it out. I got the headline. YouTube takes down an RFK interview suggesting chemicals in water supply might feminize children like they do frogs.
I didn't hear him say that about feminized children.
I mean, they're swimming through a soup of toxic chemicals, and many of those are endocrine disruptors. There's atrazine throughout our water supply.
But you know what? This is where things get really shaky. As much as I don't like RFK, Tank, look up 3M
Yeah.
3M water
Yeah.
settlement.
Yep. Big money.
The largest settlement for water contamination ever.
Yeah.
I think it was
10.3 billion.
Yes.
And I think there's no way to clean that up either.
One
No.
day ago.
Is that that Aaron Brockovich one?
No, this is one from right now.
Yes.
Oh,
It just happened.
Yo, can
that's the one in
we?
Philly or in Pennsylvania?
No.
No, this is bigger, I think.
Yeah. Can we still sign up for that? What is it called?
Settle the class action lawsuit?
Yeah,
I don't know.
that could come in handy, bro.
So,
Millions
but
of Americans will have healthier. Yeah,
But we're kind of screwed because what in that 3M settlement, like the main chemical that they talk about, I think it's called PFAs or whatever.
PFA,
That chemical is in nonstick pans. It's in everything, just about everything.
But I guess it's all about levels, right?
Oh yeah, the government, the FDA will say this is the acceptable level that you could have of anything. You know, it's just like, you know, that the FDA
I don't trust any of these fuckers, dude.
The FDA checks the amount of foreign objects that could be in a can of tuna, let's say. How much pieces of insects or foreign matter could be allowed in a tuna can. There's a specification, and it's allowed.
But
as long as it doesn't exceed that.
Look up toxic flooring.
Toxic flooring, like in your house, flooring?
Yes.
Fluoride.
That was a good one. What was the company that was doing that? It was a huge company that had all kinds of commercials about it had formaldehyde, right?
It had something. Yeah.
Oh, what about remember the Chinese drywall?
Oh, yeah.
The Chinese drywall, yeah.
Oh my god, I remember that when I was buying a house one time, dude. Dude, there's so many of them.
Cadmium, lead. The flooring had lead in it.
Remember
talcum powder.
Yep.
Talcum powder's a massive one, dude.
Johnson & Johnson.
Johnson & Johnson, yes.
Remember that company out here in Loxahatchee or the acreage that was like dumping chemicals into the soil and the water, and like all these kids in the area way higher than other parts in the US were getting brain tumors.
Oh, recently, like 2 years ago, maybe.
I think it had started like a decade ago or something, and
I remember that shit recently.
Love Canal, 1970s.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Horrific.
Dude, you can't trust these people, dude. Certifications, all that shit. You know, look at the sub, dude. They probably like, yeah, this guy, we're going to Titanic. You know, this guy's got to be up to, you know, you would never think. This guy, James Cameron, was saying this never happens. Subs don't just implode like that. It's just very rare.
Yeah.
But they're not normally made of carbon fiber in the middle. Remember, you were talking about those certifications and tuna and shit that got me thinking about, you ever see the movie? It's a documentary. You're the one that told me about it, Tank. I think about the fishing.
Seaspiracy?
Seaspiracy.
Seaspiracy.
Remember, they had the guys on the boats that say these were ethically fished, whatever it was. No dolphins were killed.
Yeah, the tuna cans.
And then they would put the stamp or seal of approval on it.
Yeah.
And then like one guy didn't want to do it, and then like he fell off the boat mysteriously or something.
Yeah, like one of the inspectors, right?
Yeah, the blue dolphin label, I think it is.
Yeah,
some shit like that. Yeah. You know, back to the RFK thing too. Dude, he wrote that book, The Real Anthony Fauci. Nobody sued him over it.
for defamation.
Yeah, I would think so. He's not fucking lying about that shit, at least, you know?
Why? Because he wasn't sued?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Not everybody
Just because he wasn't
sues.
sued doesn't mean it's real.
You don't think he would have gotten sued if he was lying in that book?
He might have. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm not saying either way. It's just that's not. You can't just go by that and it's true. You know.
It's highly unlikely that he's lying if he wasn't sued, is what I'm saying. People sue people for fucking anything here. These people that have money to sue people.
Yeah,
But
but
him not being
sometimes
sued means that his book is true.
At
But
least,
sometimes-
at least a
but
lot more
sometimes-
credence to it for
At
me.
least questions, but it doesn't. It's not definitive.
But sometimes people don't sue also because they don't want the additional attention of being
Yeah.
on other things they don't want discovered too.
Yeah, because you got to open yourself up. If you're going to sue somebody, you're opening yourself up too.
You know what's another problem I have with
At minimum, it's confirmed their shadiness if they don't want to fuck with him, because otherwise he would have been fucking sued.
You know what's another problem I
Maybe.
have with RFK, and actually it's a lot of those people that and listen, I'm not saying that some of them don't have facts and information that has to be looked at and all that, but either the FDA and the CDC is the enemy, corrupt liars, or they're not. You can't have it both ways. A lot of times those people
Add the WHO to that.
and the WHO and also the Rolling Stones. But
And yeah, the Beatles.
a lot of those people, they say the Food and Drug Administration, the CDC, all this crap, they're the evil, they're wrong, they publicize the wrong information, yet they'll quote a study that benefits their position and say, well, the FDA and the CDC said this and this. Well, you can't have it both ways. They're either wrong and they're the enemy, like you say they are, or they're not. And a lot of those people do that shit. Drives me bananas. They pick and choose which study they're going to say, well, this agrees with me, so they're right here, but everything else that they say is a lie.
Yeah.
What is definitely wrong about those organizations is people leave those government or regulatory agencies and then end up working for these pharmaceutical companies just like a couple months later or whatever, making millions of dollars. That's weird.
Just like in Congress and in politics, the people leave many a times Congress to become lobbyists for the companies that supposedly they were protecting us against. You see that in politics big time, all the time. Or they become boards of companies that are questionable.
Mm-hmm.
You see that a lot.
Yeah, that's fucked up too. There should be some fucking rules about that shit, dude.
But
we should just kill them as soon as they get out of office or something.
But there's examples of that. That is not like something. That is not something that's new. There's examples of that going back to since the existence of all this shit.
Oh, but it doesn't make it right.
No, it doesn't. But I mean, it's not like we found something new here. Look at tobacco. Look at tobacco and that settlement, which is, I think, till this day, is that the largest settlement of all time? Or it may have been the Monsanto RFK one for weed killer that he got.
Mm-hmm. Roundup.
But dude, we know that what companies were hiding data as far as, the deadly contents of cigarette smoking. And we know that the government knew some of that information too. I mean, and And at some point, they switched and started to go after them. But they always knew that. And they never really laid the hammer on it. It wasn't until attorneys really started to, sue them that it really became an issue. Then the government started to get behind it.
When the money and the strain on the healthcare system too.
But, I guess for some people, they find these things now almost like if it's a recent anomaly. Look at the opioid crisis.
But dude, that was just right now, bum. That's not like a long time ago.
I know, but it's before COVID. There were people that I was talking to during COVID that was like, wow, these pharmaceutical companies are here to make money. Really? Are you fucking kidding me? Have you not paid attention for the last 20 years?
Are you absolving them because they've been doing it for a long time, or what?
No, it's because I'm saying they have been doing it for a long time. It's not a fucking mystery. I mean, look at it. They have the balls to put commercials on TV. I think we're the only country that do that for medicine, and then list out a huge list of side effects. I mean, come on.
Just think about all the times you've been sitting in the doctor's office and you see somebody walk in with a little briefcase in back of them and all that. Those are all freaking. They're pushing drugs. Those are drug dealers.
Yes.
They're going to the doctors to tell the doctors, "Hey, man, I got this medicine. We'll give you this much. We'll subsidize. We'll give you money." They're striking deals for the doctor to prescribe their medicine.
Absolutely.
That's what you cater to, right, Tank?
Yep.
That's basically what it is, bro. They're drug dealers. They want the doctors, "Hey, I want you to deal my drugs."
Any of you guys watch Dope Sick?
No.
I did see.
It's all about that shit.
I did see the one about the pill farms that started here in Florida with the two guys.
That I saw.
What was it? What was the name of that?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
That was fucking
crazy.
Amazing.
Yeah.
These guys were not in any way like medical people. They started American Pain.
Yeah.
Have you watched that, though?
Nope.
Check
How many episodes?
It's almost like Cocaine Cowboys, bro. It's Cocaine Cowboys with painkillers.
Yes.
That's basically what it is.
Dope Sick is sort of like that, except you also get like the boiler roomish aspect to it from their sales room. Like, hey, whoever sells the most this month gets, a trip to whatever. And just like as the dosage isn't good enough, they make like 100 milligram pill, 150 milligram pill, a 200, they just keep.
It's an hour and 46-minute documentary.
Oh, okay. That's you can watch that one night.
And they go to the doctors, "Hey, I want you to push this. This is a good medicine." And then the doctor comes in, "Hey," and they prescribe this. I hear it's, it's something new. It's really good. And it's really good because the fucking guys just pushed it to him.
Yeah.
These doctors are going, doing all this shit.
These clinics were basically just offices, and they look like the DMV, bro. They were packed.
Yes, they show that in Dope Sick when people come to Florida from I think they're in the Midwest in this show, but they'll make the trip, like the road trip, to go to the Florida.
Yeah.
Yes.
And just like stock up and then go back and like take it.
Yes.
People from Georgia and other countries and other
Tennessee.
They were all driving hours just to come to Florida, bro, to stock up.
Yeah, and then to go back and sell them and use them and whatever.
And you're telling me,
are those things still around?
No, they cracked down on that shit.
Damn.
Well, I'm sure there's probably some degree.
They were just writing scripts.
Yes, and then they did the analysis where like this town, X amount of people live, and they wrote prescriptions for like, I don't know, more people than live in this fucking town. How can that be?
And you're telling me that the FDA and the substance control boards and all that they didn't turn a blind eye to this activity?
They didn't notice it. It slipped through the cracks.
It's because the government
prescribing this much.
I'll tell you, there's a piece of that because everybody's making money, no doubt. But dude,
It's all
there's
money,
also
bro.
it's money, but it's also a ton of incompetency, man. The fucking
Unethical.
government's
It's
incompetent.
unethical. It's unethical.
I think incompetent is a part of it, and then the other part is
Pure money.
Money, greed.
evil, dude.
Easy
Greed.
money.
It's unethical. They take that oath and it's like se limpian with the fucking oath.
Now, granted, those are shady doctors, and I don't believe that every doctor's like that. I mean,
Of course not. Of course not.
those clinics would get like a doctor, to front their operation that was of questionable, may have gotten his fucking license in Venezuela at some point and, came here and there was some questionable practices. But dude, where was the oversight? Where was all of these agencies that are supposed to catch this asleep at the fucking wheel?
Or
In cahoots.
100%, dude. Not 0%. 100%, dude. Here's this much, dude. Just fucking don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Everybody's gonna get a fucking brand new yacht. Shut the fuck up. Fuck these people. They're drug addicts, anyways. Fuck them.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be hooked if they weren't fucking drug addicts.
Right. If we wouldn't be giving them,
Which
these
I don't
pills,
say that, but that's what they were saying.
And they actually said that in that show. If we wouldn't be giving them the pills, they would be fucking snorting lighter fluid. They would have found their high one way or another.
No, the sad part about that is a lot of those people got into that with a legitimate injury or what ailment or whatever, and they became addicted to it through the treatment that like a doctor supposedly gave them, and then they're fucking dependent on it all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And
I knew a guy at my last job that actually happened to him, and he told me about it.
And the dope sick name from that show was like, they feel so fucking bad, dude, when they don't have it, that they're actually like fucking sick. And the only thing that takes it away, which I can compare it to when I smoke cigarettes, like you smoke cigarettes at some point, not because the cigarette tastes good and it feels good. You don't like how you feel when you don't smoke a cigarette. So you have to smoke a cigarette to go back to your sort of base. And that's why those people had to they couldn't stop, dude. It's so hard for them to stop.
Yeah.
A lot of them died trying to stop.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a friend who hurt his back, and it's usually a lot of back injuries where people really need painkillers, because when you hurt your back, you can pretty much become immobile, right? This guy hurt his back actually doing landscaping around his house, dude, and they prescribed, I think he slipped a disc or something, and they prescribed him some OxyContin, and he got hooked on that shit pretty bad. And after the doctor took him off and wouldn't prescribe anymore, he went through all kinds of pain clinics at the time and just all kinds of shit. And he had to go to rehab, and it was a big deal, man, for him. He was able to get out of it, and this guy was not like a drug addict before. This guy was straight laced, family man, good job, the whole 9 yards. He just descended in addiction of painkillers, big time.
The shit about those painkillers, though, man, they fucking constipate the shit out of you, bro.
Yeah,
I had a sciatica, and I got some of those, and dude, I couldn't take a shit for a week, and when I did, bro, it hurt, bro. It was bad.
Dude,
that's what happened to Elvis.
It was bad, dude.
Elvis took so much painkillers that he ended up with an impacted colon. He barely could go to the bathroom.
Dude, when I finally went, dude, I remember I was crying. It hurt so bad.
So painkillers fucks with your ability to shit?
Oh my god, dude, it was horrible. Incredible. It was insane.
Not even like, how about if they tell you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner at Taco Bell? That won't do it?
No, dude, it wouldn't. I remember.
You have like un tapón.
Well, think about it. It's a painkiller. It probably slows down all of your digestive processes.
Dude, it's horrible, bro. It's horrible. I had to use how did I finally do it?
Laxative?
I thought I was gonna fucking slit my asshole open, bro. It was hurt so bad. I remember I woke up like at 4 a.m. and I was downstairs, not in this house, in the other house, and I was just trying to go, bro. Like I was crying, bro, and I had to wake up my wife, and she went to
she popped your dookie bubble.
No, dude. Like I was trying to stick my.
Did you put in a suppository?
I was trying to scoop it out with my finger. I couldn't. She went and she got me enemas. That's what they're called, right?
Yeah, an enema.
Yeah, a suppository, right?
Suppositories, dude. And finally, that loosened it up. But I thought, dude, it was horrible, horrible.
Dude, Halia, did you like get addicted to them?
No.
That's my thing. I don't know. I know everybody else is different. I don't know if it's like I don't have a very addictive personality, I guess. Dude, I like painkillers, bro. That's one of my choice drugs, but I don't like need them. I like them. I do them to have fun, but I don't fiend. I don't crave them.
Tank, I'm almost in agreement with you because I'm like, how do you get addicted to these things, bro?
Well, I think the most of these people get addicted over long-term use for a real injury, and then they use it for so long that they become dependent on it. It's not like a recreational thing where like, hey, it's Friday night, I'm gonna, or whatever. Like they're doing it every day, and then when they want to stop, like their body has already.
How the fuck do you do that dude? I did it for I took them because, dude, I was in a lot of pain for the sciatica. I mean, it was bad, bro.
What'd you take?
I was taking Oxy. What's the other one? There's a few different ones.
Vicodin is another.
Yeah, Percocets.
Percocets. I was taking Percocets, Oxys. There was a few. Yeah, and I think it was over. I remember because I didn't work for like a week, bro, and I think it started like on a Sunday, and then on that Saturday is when I had my Saturday night is when I had that shit episode where it's like I gotta fucking go. I gotta go.
You didn't have that shit, is what the problem was actually.
Dude, it felt like dude, God bless, bro. That shit was horrible. I felt like
all right, we got it, dude. I think we got it.
No, explain it a little more, bro.
I don't wish that on nobody, bro. So when I hear these people are addicted to them, it's like, oh my God, that's gotta be.
Well, those people probably don't even eat, dude. At that point, right? They're not eating much.
Is that how Elvis died? On the toilet, he was trying to take a shit.
Well,
he died on the toilet.
Yeah, one of the problems he had was because of all the painkillers that he had. They found that he had an impacted colon and he had all kinds of problems going to the bathroom, and they theorized that that didn't help in his final days. He probably was straining in the bathroom.
Dude, he was doing all kinds of shit.
What were they doing back then? Like barbiturates, right?
Well, he was doing uppers and downers. He would take stuff to wake up and stuff to go to sleep and
speedballs and shit.
Yeah, he was taking like a cocktail of like Demerol and Percocets.
Isn't it crazy how many of these people like
fucking
get into that shit? Like fucking Michael Jackson and Prince and all these fucking guys. They get.
Well, the thing with them is they have their own personal doctors. Look at Prince.
They got
Elvis's doctor. After years later, he went to fucking jail, I believe, because it was found that he was just he was his own personal doctor, and he just kept them hooked on all this shit.
The MJ doctor got in trouble too, right?
Yeah,
but he kind of like
the Michael Jackson thing was like a whole other level. That guy got so fucked up that he would have to be anesthetized.
Yes, and they were prescribing little kids to him too.
Yes.
To fuck.
But you can still hear his music.
You didn't need to add that last part, bro.
But you can still jam to him on the radio.
But that guy would have to be anesthetized to go to bed. I mean, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah, they have their own personal
fucking drug
pushers, which are their own doctors prescribing them all this shit. And then if they don't prescribe it, those doctors don't have a job.
They don't get paid.
And they're making freaking big money because they have that one client. And they're just pushing them and writing
their
them
only
script.
client.
That's their only client. They're the doctor to Elvis. Can you imagine being the doctor to Elvis, dude? Everybody wants that job as far as doctors.
Except when he dies.
Except when he dies. And then that guy went to jail. To jail.
He was a Greek guy, I think.
Yeah. I think he was the main one. I think he was one of the one. He took the brunt of the fall. Him and what is it, Colonel Parker?
Was that his manager? That guy?
Yeah,
Colonel Parker.
Colonel Parker.
Yeah,
wasn't
dude,
wasn't a colonel.
I'm even weary now. Like, if my head hurts and shit, like, do I really need to take some Advil? You know,
me too. I don't try to take painkillers. If I got a headache, let me see if it goes away.
Yeah, you know, it's gotta be already. I used to just fucking whatever. All right, fuck it.
Yeah,
I had a long night of drinking. Let me pop. No, I'm like,
that's me, bro.
Dude, if you don't have to take something, don't take it, bro.
I'll do that water multiplier thing now, or I'll just drink a lot of water.
I know a lot of people that pop things. They have something for everything. They're like a medicine cabinet.
No, that's my grandma.
Yeah, like that.
Somebody tells them, like, hey, my leg hurts and I've been taking this. She's like, oh, that's what I have. And she starts taking that shit.
But you can't tell her. It's got to be somebody that on the street, cousin's sister says it. If it's you or somebody close, they're not going to listen.
I know people that'll pop antidepressants, you know, because they're having a bad week. You know, it's fucked up.
What happened to just getting ripped, dude?
That's what I said.
That's just gone out of style, bro. People don't do that anymore. They just want.
I think the sloppiness of that is.
I had a bad day today, and I just got this bottle of whiskey, and it made me feel better.
Yeah, dude. Usually works, dude. Which I don't know. There's some people that say like, fucking 50 years from now, whatever, we're gonna look at alcohol differently than we do today, with the damage that it does and shit.
Well, that'll be in 50 years.
Yeah, we'll be dead.
Why 50 years? The thing's been around for hundreds of years. It hasn't changed anything.
Thousands of years.
Well, it takes time.
Creation.
It takes time for like studies and shit to come out. You know,
for us to know more about the thing every time.
My God, dude.
Yeah. I mean, it's like it fucks you up if you. I guess anything is moderation, obviously, but like, you know, dude,
it's a point.
It wreaks havoc on you if you're a fucking alcoholic, bro. You know,
it's like you could see, it's you could look at people and know if they drink. That's how bad the shit that it does to you.
When you see me, you think I drink?
No, you're too young for it. I'm saying when you see somebody in their 50s, I think you start seeing it really in your 40s, but you could even start seeing it as early as the 30s if it's like a real heavy drinker.
What are you seeing? What are you seeing when you analyze me?
The heavy lines,
rough times.
Bro. Yeah, the heavy lines, the bags, the skin. It's
the belly.
You got a bag.
The belly. As far as you see it in people's faces, man. You see it in their faces.
She can't even have little kids, man.
Yeah, you never hear somebody. Oh, man, he's had a hard life, and it's just by looking at him, you know that somebody's had a hard life, and it's not because per se they've had a hard life, but they fucking hit the bottle. Dude, look at women that drink. You could tell the ones that drink, bro, because you could see it on their faces.
Yeah, there's two things for sure on somebody that's over 50. You know for sure that dude's a smoker.
Yes,
and that dude's a heavy drinker.
You just gotta hear them. Oye, mamo.
Oye, dímelo. Oye, bro. Ven acá. Vamos a meternos un whiskazo. Dale.
You know it. You see it.
Yeah. The skin, your skin. You got a bag, for sure.
It ages you, bro. It ages you.
Say something, Mom. Don't just laugh.
No,
Yeah,
I'm trying
bro.
to stretch back my skin.
Are you experiencing G forces over there, or what the hell's going
Wait
on?
up. Look, I'm going to show you right now what I mean. I'm going to show you right now. There you go. Randy, get a little close.
Mustafa.
There you
Damn,
go.
dude, I didn't know those things constipated you, bro.
It did to me, and I heard
Wow.
that
That thing wrecks your liver and you're worried about being constipated? Jesus.
Oh yeah, it destroys your liver too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take them anymore since they constipate.
Yeah, I know, but fuck your liver.
Obviously, it doesn't have that effect on you. It had it on me. But I was popping for that week. I was popping a lot, dude.
He's talking more recreational, I think. Right?
No,
I was in a lot of pain.
I take them whenever I have them, and I know they're legit. I don't get them off the street.
All right, let me ask you guys a question about Tyreek Hill. Back to the Dolphins for a second.
Yeah,
A couple questions. We got a couple questions here.
Where's Chad at?
About this. One, just based on what we know, factual, or I guess this are allegations, but we know he had trouble with his baby mama or whatever, punching her in the stomach and choking her while she was pregnant. We know he had that child abuse probe 4 years ago where the kid broke his arm while they were disciplining him or whatever, and they didn't get anything. And now, allegedly, he hit this guy. Do you guys think, stepping back from being a Dolphin fan or whatever, or not stepping back, whatever, I don't give a fuck. Do you think he should be suspended?
Nah.
No.
Mom?
I mean, if the allegations prove to be right, or just because they were raised. I mean, because there have been times they've suspended people because of the personal conduct, even though the allegations were proven.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Just because they have a history and shit.
Well, there was this kid.
There
was this kid. He was in college. He was supposed to be an NFL star, and the chick said that he raped her, and his career's over. And then
the puncher? Talking about the punter?
Yeah, and it came out that it wasn't true. Yeah.
All right, but hold on. Yes, those shit happens. But sticking to this for 1 second, we could move on to that. Bum, what do you think?
I think if the allegations are true, yeah, I would expect an suspension.
Deservedly so?
Yeah.
Why do you guys think no?
Well, because he never got in trouble. Those other things, nothing came of them, right? The prior ones?
The one in college, he had to do community service, and he was
he did what they told him to do, right?
He did whatever the punishment was at the time, yeah.
Okay, and he's slapping somebody in the head?
Yeah, that's what you say he did. He smacked somebody in the back of the head, right?
He assaulted him, and that's what they said. He slapped him, yeah.
It doesn't sound like it's that bad of a shit. Was it stupid on his fucking part? Fucking yeah.
So no repercussions.
But I don't think it was something outrageous, so he's got a problem and...
Not from the league.
I don't think
he had to do a year-long anger management thing back then.
And by the way, I am making my judgment based on the NFL rules, not whether I personally agree with it or not.
Right. Well, what do you think personally, though?
But just to be clear on that, right?
But what do you think personally?
I mean, to Hialeah's point, I mean, if it was a slap, there's guys that pulled out guns and shit and haven't gotten in any kind of trouble.
Talk to John Morant, dude.
Yeah.
That one I think is kind of crazier.
I think on the surface it doesn't sound serious, but
it doesn't sound like that kind of a thing, dude.
But what the NFL looks at is personal conduct and the past situations and all that, and based on that, I would think that if they're proven to be true, he's probably going to get in trouble.
Yeah, and there's the whole wildlife thing in the background too. They're investigating it too.
Yeah, I even heard
fishing game.
I heard that Drew
fishing tarpon, which
But
is
that's what Drew. That's not him.
I heard Drew's going to be in trouble for the shark thing.
They were fishing for tarpon. That's how the whole issue came about with the guy on the dock in the marina.
No, that's still another slap, dude. That seems like a fine. You pay a fine and you're done, dude.
No suspension.
No suspension. And let's say that case. Let's say that case goes to trial. They might settle. It might go to trial next year. That means nothing for this year. Alvin Kamara's got something pending since last year that still hasn't been finalized.
That one is more serious.
Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon has still
not going on.
Joe Mixon has one of a road rage. He's got a road rage where he pulled a gun on a lady.
Joe Mixon has one when he was in college. He knocked a girl out in a restaurant.
He threw her down a flight of stairs.
There's video. Look up video of Joe Mixon punching the chicken at Oklahoma State or Oklahoma.
Yes. Or did he throw her down a flight of steps?
He knocks her out, dude.
I wouldn't be surprised if Tyreek Hill gets suspended like 4 games. And I would I'm a Dolphin fan, and I wouldn't even be like, I'd be like, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised either, though. I'm not saying I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't think it might not even be this year, man.
Because they can make their own ruling independent of,
they could settle. If it's a case, they can settle.
I'm talking about the personal conduct thing. They may say, hey, you've had these other problems and we didn't really punish you, and now this one is. Dude, it's like, what I tell my son sometimes, who had some fights in school and stuff, like, dude, now you're gonna have to shut your mouth now if somebody maybe does something to you, because they got their eye on you now, dude. Because even if you get pushed and then you're the second one to push, you're gonna get that technical foul now, because it's like Draymond Green. They're probably not gonna let him do too much shit because he's always doing shit.
They're not gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
You lost the benefit of the doubt. It's not let's say Tua, who's by all accounts squeaky clean, super nice guy. If he had a problem, no, we're not. It was out of character for him. Give him the benefit of the doubt. But
dude, that goes for us too. How many priors did he have? None. They seem to, you would hope to be, but if you got a rap sheet, you're freaking done.
That's why I'm saying I think there's going to be some punishment there.
There could be.
Right. And then the next question, the follow-up question. What do you think that'll do to Tua and the Dolphins if, let's hypothetically say it's a 4-game suspension and they're going at the Chargers, which I don't understand. How do we have to go at the Chargers 2 years in a row? How does that scheduling happen? That's rare.
I don't think it's as rare as you think.
Really?
No, I think that happens more often.
How many years in a row do you play an out-of-conference team? How many times has that happened that you play an out-of-conference team 2 years in a row on the road?
There's usually a rotation thing, right?
Right. They're playing that conference, that division. Sorry, not conference. That division again, right?
Sorry.
The AFC West.
I said conference, out of division.
Yes. I think they're playing that division again, right?
How does that happen?
That one I haven't seen.
How does that? That's what I'm saying.
They play the whole division.
And even if you do play them, now you have to go on the road twice.
Do we play the whole division or just remnants of it? A couple teams of it.
I don't know. Maybe Tank can pull up the schedule.
They played the Raiders the year before last, and now they're going to play them this year. The last time they went to the Raiders, this time the Raiders are coming here.
Because there's a thing where you play the same person that finished in the same spot as you on the other.
Fuck that!
Divisions.
I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, like you play a division, and then you play your division, obviously. Then you play a division, and then there's some other games where you play the people who finished the same as you in the other divisions.
All right, I got the schedule.
What's the out of conference, out of division opponents?
So at the Chargers, Broncos play here.
Wow, we play the Chiefs again. Yeah, we play that division again.
Giants play here.
But we did not play the Broncos last year.
No.
Panthers play here.
And the Broncos are in their division, right?
Yes.
So last year we didn't play that division. We just happened to play the Chargers.
No,
Right.
Wait. No, didn't we play?
Did you guys play Kansas City last year?
Yes.
Yes.
But we didn't play the Broncos.
No.
No, the Raiders. That was the year before.
So
And we played the Chargers.
We played 2 of the 4.
Ooh, we
Yeah.
play the Titans.
Yes, we do.
yeah, we play that whole division.
You're excited about that, Tank?
The goat,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, so fucking Randy and Heidi and fucking Chad can shut the fuck up.
And we
Oh, with Tannehill? With Tannehill?
If he's there.
Yeah, if he's there.
and we fucking play the Ravens again.
So the question: if Tyreek misses those 4 games,
Oh, wait. The Ravens where?
We got to go to the Ravens.
again,
That's 2 years. That's 2 years in a row.
Yeah, we go to the
Yes.
Ravens. Yeah.
what the fuck, man?
That's 2 years. See, it does happen. It happens more than you think.
Well, no,
Exactly.
it's happening to us right now. I don't remember this.
No, that's just. Well, what I'm saying is that's just to the Dolphins. I'm sure it happens a lot more with the other teams. You just don't notice.
Do we?
All right, I can tell you with the Dolphins, I don't remember this scenario, much less 2 teams that would play out of division on the road back-to-back years. Do you, Bum, remember any other instance of not, let alone 1, 2? And
That
pretty
we
fucking
played the
good teams.
the out of division.
You
on
would
the
have to
road
go back
twice.
and look at all the seasons, all the schedules.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's happened, man.
But off the top, it's rare.
I can't think of the matchup, but I know it's happened.
I think it's rare, but it does happen.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's rare.
Well, give me another example.
I can't think
Well,
of
we
it.
just have to. We got to look at everybody's schedules and year
But
to
that's
year.
a failure.
Come on, man.
Yes.
You guys watch a lot of football. You'd be able to hit me up with some examples.
No. I couldn't even recite the entire
The
Dolphins schedule.
Ravens came here in 21, so this is the 3rd year in a row we're playing them.
Yes, but this is the 2nd year in a row that we play them on
Right. I'm
on
just
the road.
saying.
All right. So the question: if Tyreek Hill suspended, say 4 games, what do you think that does to Tua and the Dolphins the first 4 games, which is at Chargers? I don't know if it's in this particular order. At Patriots, Broncos at home, at Bills.
Yep, that's it. In that order.
Okay. What are we looking at there?
We would hope to be
Without
500.
Without Tyreek?
Right. I'm talking about without Tyreek.
And who do they play? They start off at the Chargers.
At the
At the
Chargers.
Chargers,
We're going to lose that.
at the Bills.
At the Patriots.
Sorry, at the Patriots, Broncos at home. At
We
the
can
Bills.
take that.
I think they're 2-2.
Two
Yeah.
and two sounds good.
That sounds
Yeah.
about right.
That sounds good, but we went 0-3 against those teams with Tyreek.
I think they're
Yeah.
2-2.
The only difference is, I guess it's not fucking December.
It's not December. That's where I was going, bro.
That's the only
Yeah.
difference. But other than that, we were not able to beat any of those teams, and we didn't play the Broncos. I think we're 1-3. If we're 0-4, I'm not fucking shocked either.
No, that wouldn't shock me.
That guy's the offense, basically, to me. That guy moves that whole, not just his production, just
Well, it's the guy the defense is scared of, no doubt.
Dude, he could turn a little pass into an 80-yard touchdown.
he could turn a
Yes.
fumble into okay, we're in the game.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
That Charger game last year, if he doesn't have that fumble return,
There's no game.
there's no game. And that was one of the most pathetic halves of fucking quarterback play I've ever fucking seen in my life, dude. I don't know, dude. I think it could be a major
Are you
hindrance.
predicting
that's it.
doom? Are you
I believe
predicting doom already
They're
for
a
us?
month away from training camp, right?
What's that?
We're a month away from training camp.
July 30th, August 7th, I think, is their first scrimmage.
The first game,
No, first scrimmage, I think.
first scrimmage. It's coming fast, dude. I can't wait.
Wow, we play the Eagles too.
Did you guys
Where?
hear?
Over there. We play the
Yes.
Super Bowl fucking contenders at home.
There's some
Wow.
potential matchups for Tua that could be, for the
Last year.
pundits him against Hurts, him against Herbert, him against
Jalen Hurt. Oh, you said it.
Tannehill potentially. There's going to be a lot of those,
Him against
mouth-watering.
Lamar.
Yeah. Mouth-watering matchups. Do you guys?
Wow. But real quick, aside from playing the Super Bowl participants,
Finally.
the Chiefs and the Eagles, we get to play Aaron Rodgers twice and Josh Allen twice.
Yeah.
But we play the Chiefs again?
Yes. At the Chiefs.
And we play the quarterback with the highest win percentage, Garoppolo, with the Raiders.
Oh, that's the Raiders, though.
And we're gonna. And
Is Garoppolo gonna play, dude? Did they sort that out?
Who knows, dude? I have no idea.
Because there was a physical issue, right?
Yeah, with his foot.
And we have to play the Ravens again, who I think are going to be pretty pissed off.
And they got OBJ.
They're going to be better.
And LBJ.
Yeah, and a BJ.
And, yeah, all those J's.
Who do you guys got in the Super Bowl? Have you put any thoughts on that?
I haven't been there yet.
No.
Let me see. I think...
Neither have the Dolphins. Oh, shit.
We got to be up there with the longest, one of the teams with the longest Super Bowl drought by now, right?
Hey, dude.
Oh, hey, I saw who has the longest playoff drought recently.
Who?
Anybody want to take a guess?
In the NFL?
Yes.
Team?
Yeah.
All right, okay, don't say anything. Let's think about this for a second.
The Lions.
I'm trying to think when the last time the Lions made it.
They were in the list, but they're not the top. They were like 5 seasons without a playoff or something like that. It was a double-digit number.
Oh, the Jets are not double digits, are they?
Yeah, it's the Jets.
Hmm.
It was like 12 seasons, I think. And now they got Aaron Rodgers. So,
and do they beat us out for? I think they may beat us out on Super Bowl win, right? By barely, because their Super Bowl win was 68, and our last one, or 69, and our last one was 73.
Oh wow!
So we should be like in second place there, right?
I'm looking it up now.
You're talking championship wins.
Kansas City has won 1 cent. Green Bay's won 1 cent.
Kansas City's won 2.
Yeah.
Longest
I think
Super Bowl
you're right. Yeah, the Jets are the Super Bowl drought since a win.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Never won one.
I'm sorry.
There's the Lions.
A win. Yes, a win.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Did you guys hear about Elon Musk and Zuckerberg saying that they might fight in the cage, potentially?
Isn't Zuckerberg like a jiu-jitsu guy or something?
Allegedly.
He won a tournament where apparently, like the first time he didn't win it, and he told the fucking guy to restart the fight, and they restarted, and then he won it the second time, which I thought was funny.
Actually, I heard he was going to cancel his Facebook subscription, and the guy purposely lost.
Is he
It
still
sounds like, wasn't that an episode of like The Office or some shit? It sounds like it.
Did any of you guys see the ESPN post when they traded Marcus Smart to where did he go? To the Grizzlies?
No, the Wizards.
He went to the Wizards.
Wait, no, did he go to the Wizards? Yeah, he went to the Wizards.
Can you look
Marcus Smart?
Yeah, can you
I
look
thought
up?
it was the Grizzlies.
I thought it was the Grizzlies.
It was a 3-team trade. He ended up in the Grizzlies.
Grizzlies?
Yeah.
Can you look up ESPN's post when they traded him? I want to ask you guys something. People got pissed off at ESPN.
He did go to the Grizzlies.
Did you guys hear about this thing where people got pissed off at ESPN with the post they did?
No.
You know, he dyes his hair green.
Yeah.
He's always got like the green hair and shit.
Yeah.
They did a post with him in the
Grizzly uniform and like bluish hair.
Yeah,
I saw that.
They photoshopped his hair blue.
Yeah.
And what's the big deal?
Just people getting offended online. They were like, "Oh my god, if you knew the reason why he dyed his hair green, apparently like his mom wanted him to dye his hair green and she passed away, and then he did it later and she never got to see him with the green hair, and then everybody got on ESPN because it's so disrespectful that you photoshopped his hair blue."
Dude, are you serious, bro?
Yeah. This is the world we live in.
Oh my God, bro. God bless. Wow.
The last 2 defensive player of the years now playing the Grizzlies.
Smart and who's the other one?
Jaren Jackson.
Jaren Jackson was the defensive player of the year?
Not last year, the year before, yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but Marcus Smart guy's been a fucking defensive fucking specialist for a while now.
Yeah.
Dude, what about the fucking Warriors trading Jordan Poole for Chris Paul with some draft picks?
I don't get that one at all.
That's the dumbest trade I've seen.
It's because of the money, bro. It's because of the money.
Chris Paul runs the offense super slow. That guy's not an
but it wasn't about that. It was about getting rid of Poole's contract.
Because he was going to be asking for too much money?
No, he already got signed. They signed him to a freaking monster contract, and now they don't have the money.
I thought they did last year, right?
They did last year, yeah. He's making like $30 million, $21 million, $30 million, and then something else. It was a bad contract that they signed them to, so they had to unload that because they don't have
a 4-year 128.
How old is Chris Paul?
Dude, like 35.
35.
Why do teams keep getting that guy?
I'm sorry?
Why do teams keep getting that guy?
38, bro.
He's 38, dude.
He's a shell of what he used to.
And at best, he's gonna be Steph Curry's backup, right?
No, I think they're gonna move it around.
Yeah, I think they'll put Curry at the 2 and have him handle the ball.
Yeah.
Ugh. I don't think that's gonna be good.
The lineup might be Steph, Clay, Draymond.
Isn't Clay out?
If Draymond stays, no, Draymond might be out.
The one I heard that was almost out for sure was Clay. Yeah, that's the one That's what I kept hearing. Well, that he's the one they're not going to be able to resign.
If they all stay, it's going to be Steph, Clay, Draymond, Andrew Wiggins, and Chris Paul.
No, but they can't.
What I read was the reason they got him is because he is a great facilitator, and that he will find the outside guys perfectly for the open 3 balls. That's what I heard. So they're looking at him as a great facilitator that they don't have now.
The main point of the trade was to get rid of Poole's contract.
If that team I say stands, it's fucking zero defense. I'll tell you that, though.
No, there's no way, dude. Chris Paul hasn't played more than 70 games since 2015.
Since 1822.
And that's probably never going to happen again.
Dude, a lot of these players don't play 82 games. When you think about it, 70, he only missed 12 games.
Yeah, now they have all that load management shit. That's another thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's another thing when people discount idiots, I call them, some of Jordan's shit. I don't remember Jordan fucking missing
one or two games a year, maybe, bro. One or two games a year.
And within the game, very few minutes, especially important games. A lot of times he was playing the whole fucking game in playoff games and shit like that.
To it.
Scottie Pippen just got taken. Half his retirement goes to Larsa. What's that hoe's name?
Larsa Pippen. Who's banging Michael Jordan's son?
Yeah. That's when you know fucking Jordan takes it personally, dude. He has your son go fuck your wife, dude. Jesus Christ.
Bro.
In 1985 and 86, he played 18 games.
That's because he broke his ankle or some shit, right?
Oh, sorry, in 94 and 95, he played 17 games.
That's
because
year.
that was the baseball. The baseball
year he came back.
Okay, in 2001, 2002, he played 60 games.
He was fucking 40. How old was he? Are you just picking out the ones?
I think that was his last year. That was his last year.
I'm giving you guys the lowest games that he played, bro.
Well, don't give me those. Give me the other ones.
Is it me kind of changing the subject?
82, 82, 82, 78, 81, 82, 82, 80.
Nobody does that shit.
My bad.
There's a lot of weird infidelity things in basketball, isn't there? Or is that just me?
No, it seems like
that guy who's a bum now, that rumor or whatever that he banged LeBron's mom, Delonte
West.
West.
Yes.
No,
Remember
bro, that guy's like a literal bum now.
That's what I said.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I said that bum.
He said infidelity, so that's what
I guess
they're saying that guy at the time they were saying he was banging LeBron's mom.
He's just like Jordan, dude. Look what Jordan did, and now look what LeBron did to this guy for banging his mom. The guy's a bum.
Made him a bum.
He made him a bum. He took him out.
Maybe infidelity's wrong, but shenanigans. I don't know. Something.
Remember the one with this little guy? He's not a little guy, but he has a podcast. I think he was a Warrior. He has a podcast with this Steven Jackson guy.
That idiot. It's always talking shit on, man.
Yeah, dude. I can't remember his fucking name right
Imani Shumpert? No.
No. God damn it. Can't remember his name. There's the guy who was he caught him with his wife, but his ex-wife. They weren't married at the time. Like he walked into the house and he was with him, and I think they got into like a fist fight or something. Derek Fisher, I think.
Derek Fisher. I remember a story with Derek Fisher.
I do remember a story with Derek Fisher.
He's involved with Derek Fisher. You're right.
Derek Fisher's the guy that was with the girl, and this guy is the guy who was the ex-husband that does the podcast with Steven Jackson. And I can't remember his name. He was a good kind of swingman, scorer.
He was okay. Matt Barnes, bro. He was okay.
Matt Barnes. That's who it is. Yeah. Is there more shenanigans than that? Those are some of the ones I remember.
I don't know, but I remember more. I can't think of them now, but does that seem to happen more in basketball than in any other sport?
I think so.
Something about those guys. I don't know.
Who does the most fucking?
Like fucking? Who fucks the most?
Yeah, which sport does? You got Magic has HIV from fucking.
I think football does the most fucking.
I don't think so. They don't have as many opportunities to do that much fucking, dude, because there's only 16 games, 8 road games. These guys are on the road, what, 40
at least, yeah.
40. Baseball's on the road twice as much. You don't hear as much fucking.
Hey, Michael Jordan's last season, he played 82 games.
Dude, he averaged fucking 20 points a game as a 42-year-old bench player, dude.
37 minutes per game.
If that doesn't tell you how great that guy was, I think that's like they shit on that. They don't even talk about that thing in The Last Dance and all that shit. I think his wizard time is, obviously no playoffs, no nothing, but just what he was able to do.
1,600 points.
That crap team, those crap teams he was on, dude.
He was a 20-point scorer?
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Season. Which is, we consider that when we see a 20-point score, we're like, oh, that guy's pretty good. Right?
Yeah.
That's like kind of the benchmark of you're pretty good. You're a top scorer on your team. Dude, he did that as an old man. As an old man on a crap team.
Almost 500 rebounds.
How old was he at that time compared to, let's say, LeBron this year? LeBron's even older.
No, LeBron's not 40 yet.
No, I don't think he's 40 yet.
How old was Jordan? in his final year.
What LeBron has is probably maybe more years in the league because he started at 18.
That's true.
That he might have on him, but not age-wise.
What was the age of Jordan in his final year compared to LeBron?
Well, Michael Jordan was 40, you said, right, Randy?
I thought he was like 42. I'm not sure.
Look it up. I don't know.
Look it up, Tank.
Look it up, Tank.
You're getting a lot of look it up today.
Boxers used to do a lot of fucking. Muhammad Ali was notorious.
For what?
For fucking.
Oh, Will Chamberlain's the GOAT.
Will Chamberlain's the OG.
Fucking goat.
Basketball. It's a fucking
I
GOAT.
think basketball might be the top.
Dude, basketball fucks the most, dude.
They're in more sit. They're in more. Baseball might be pretty bad too, bro.
Maybe it just doesn't get out. But
he was 39-40.
Who, Jordan?
Yeah.
He turned 40 in his last year.
Yeah, and LeBron is 38 right now.
All right. LeBron may have more years in the league.
I believe so. I think you're right because he came straight out of high school.
Yeah, straight out of Compton.
Yeah,
straight out of Ohio. I guess that just means chicks want to see the black snake more. Then baseball, they may just be more quiet about it.
The Black Mamba.
Yeah. Oh, it's Kobe, dude. That's another one. We forgot about that one.
He did a lot of fucking forcefully.
Well, he had that the
incident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson.
Yes. Boxers.
Korn. What about Korn?
Korn.
Yeah, the band.
What sport do they play?
The lead singer had HIV tatted on his arm.
Oh, I didn't know that. He had HIV?
I don't know.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, boxing and basketball. Probably.
Zion Williamson. He's been in the news lately.
Dude, that one
for fucking.
Yeah. How did that one go down? The chick called him out.
Hey, she got his name tatted on the face.
Which one?
The stripper one, the one that's been fucking with him on Twitter.
Wait, what's the thing with Zion? I haven't heard this.
You know the whole story?
He got like his current girlfriend pregnant. He's having a kid soon, but then this like stripper bitch that he used to fuck a lot came out on Twitter talking shit. Like she can't let him go. She's threatening to leak a sex tape that she has of him, and he's like saying like no, but like it clearly looks like it is him, but he's trying to deny everything. And then I don't know why she like just tatted his name on her face, like right here on the jaw.
That's what you do, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
There's a Dwight Howard thing too.
Dude, Sean Kemp.
Dwight Howard.
Mbappe fucks trannies.
The Dwight Howard is the tranny thing, right?
Yeah.
What's the Sean Kemp thing?
He has like 25 kids. With
And a
26 women.
Well, he's dead, right?
No.
Sean Kemp didn't die? I thought he died recently.
No.
Don't kill him, bro.
Damn, my bad.
Yeah, I got athletes who play these sports have the most sex. You guys want to hear it?
Who wrote this?
Yes.
First, tell us who wrote it.
Bustle.
Busting a nut? What?
Bustle by Emma McGowan.
All right.
August 17, 2016.
Sean Kemp's still kicking in. I don't know if he's doing coke, but he's still kicking. He might still be fucking. Anyway,
Gymnast, 14 average partnered sessions per month.
Gymnast.
Yeah, they're very flexible, bro.
But this is not promiscuous. This is just fucking, right? In their case.
Oh, so you mean like who's sneaking around having a lot of sex?
The bum said shenanigans.
Okay, you're right. All right, sorry. Well, soccer second, boxing third, volleyball fourth, swimming fifth, and that's it. Top 5.
What was first?
Gymnastics.
Jesus.
A lot of Olympic.
I mean, who doesn't want to fuck a gymnast? You know, right or wrong, boys?
Yeah.
So how would I look it up? Most sexual allegations, athletic sexual mischiefs.
Most promiscuous.
I don't even know how to spell that, bro. And I've been drinking.
Who are the biggest sexual deviants?
Ah, yes, sexual deviance.
Yeah.
Athletic sexual deviance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. If not, you'll get politicians.
Race? What's the most deviant race?
Hey,
Me so horny.
athletes
Or
labeled as sexual predators. Big Ben.
Oh,
that's right.
he had some issues.
Yeah.
Did he?
Two-time Super
Yeah.
Bowl champion, two-time rapist, I think.
Yeah.
What up, Brett Favre?
Dick pics, dude.
Oh yeah, the dick pics.
Unsolicited.
So did Jeff Bezos, dude. Oh no, but they hacked his phone. Those weren't unsolicited. I would say basketball, dude. I would guess.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm taking basketball.
The
They're in a lot
Steelers
of
won the
cities,
battle.
bro.
Wait, let me see what they say.
Hey, anybody watching any of the Marlins at all, dude?
They're actually winning.
They're doing really well.
Are they still in second?
They're in second place, but they have the first of 3 wild cards. So if the season were to end today and they're like 70-something games in, they'd be in the playoffs.
And this kid's still close to 400, right?
He's over 400. Luis Ariz is batting 402.
Wow.
Yeah, he went 3 for 4 today. And in the month,
Because he had dipped, right? He was like at 397.
he got down to like 378 earlier this month. And then he had 3 games this month that he had 5 hits in the game.
God damn.
Yeah, it's so impressive what he's doing.
Speaking of that, Otani recently hit like 500 strikeouts, 100 home runs, right?
He's leading the league in homers right now.
Yeah, I thought I saw like since Babe Ruth, he's the only one to do
Yeah,
it.
that guy's just fucking. That guy's on another fucking level, dude. He's in another.
He's like from another country.
He is literally and figuratively. He's in
He's like
another.
from another country, bro.
He's
Crazy.
in another
You
league.
don't see that.
We'll never see that again.
Well, this is the second time we've seen this.
They were saying that when Babe Ruth was doing it. We're never gonna see this again.
It just took over 100 years or 100
It
years
did.
for it to happen again.
Yeah, you can't even throw that once in a generation thing.
I think
That's not even enough to say that.
it's not even
It's once a
generational.
century.
Once
You know
in a
what's
century.
happening now? This is almost like COVID in 1920. Spanish
Full circle.
influenza in 1920.
No, the plague, Black Plague.
Yeah. No, that's before. That's before.
Spanish
and then
flu.
100 years later, we got COVID. We had Babe Ruth in like 1917, 1920, and now in 1923, we got Otani. It's
Yeah,
like a 100-year thing.
Are you saying because he's Asian, the COVID thing, he brought it?
No.
Oh, all right.
1923 major events. Let's see what happened in 1923.
When was Prohibition?
1920.
Well, we were in the midst of it,
Yeah.
I guess.
The King Tut burial chamber was opened.
Oh, and the curse was unleashed.
Yeah.
Of the Bambino? I wish that would have lasted longer, dude.
United States original Yankee Stadium.
Dude, think about what this guy's doing. I don't know, it's going to be hard to do it over the whole season. 1941, Ted Williams. Last time anybody hit for 400.
Oh, that would be amazing, huh?
And
That's incredible, man.
There's really only been my next show. I'll plug it in. I have a show prepared about this. There's only really been 5 real threats to that since then. One of them was Ted Williams himself later when he was an older guy. I think he hit like 388. 1950 something Stan Musial. 1977 Rod Carew, who was a motherfucker. That guy was fucking awesome. Batting title.
He used to get mad hits.
Mad hits like Rod Carew, dude. 1977 he hit 388 and
He
his
died, right?
I don't know. He's alive.
I think one of his kids died, or they had to give a kidney or something to his daughter or something.
This guy came from the Twins. He's the AL batting champ from last year, Luis Ariz, and this is like one of his mentors is Rod Carew. And his bid was probably the most impressive because he had like 600 something plate appearances. So this thing of hitting for 400, most of the time, what helps these guys is if they miss time because they get like a smaller sample size.
Yeah.
The more times you go up to bat, the likelier it is that you're going to fall off that train. So everybody, like Tony Gwynn in the strike shortened season, was batting 394, and then it ended. But that was just over 100 games. George Brett in 1980 hit 390, but he missed like a month and a half of the season. And then the other one I think was Larry Walker in Colorado. But they always miss time, you know, when you so Rod Carew in 77 was crazy because he played the whole year and he just fucking almost did it. Like I think he was like 5 hits short of doing it.
And he had such a weird stance. He would crunch down, he would get like really low.
I believe he was a lefty.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
he was a beast,
did.
Bro.
He batted lefty.
A lot of these guys are lefties. Ted Williams was a lefty.
And he threw righty.
Yeah, Arise is a lefty, but he throws righty.
Guys, I don't know if you guys knew this. I just figured that out right now. In the 1920s, Hitler tried to overtake Germany and failed. You guys knew that or no?
Yes.
I didn't know that. He was even arrested, charged with treason.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made like a comeback.
That's crazy. He fucking flipped it around and rethought his strategy.
Yeah, and he came from nothing, dude. He was.
Yeah, a lot.
Hey, wait, real quick before I forget. So, we talk about. You guys have told me Fidel was such a great speaker. Like he got you like riled up. I've seen some things about Hitler too. Like the way he talked, it was very like inspirational. Dude, are you guys seeing the guy from El Salvador?
No.
No, the guy that's like he's arresting like all the gang members and throwing them into the prison and like he's like feeding them very minimally. You guys haven't like seen none of that?
No.
Well, whatever.
What's his name?
He has like a very native name, like Buyek is the last name, something like that.
Baba Booey.
Dude, but so whatever, he's doing a real good thing over there. He's taking care of all that gang violence and all the problems, and he recently invested like a lot of money, maybe $100 million into 2 major hospitals over there. So like he's doing something good. It seems like it.
Nayib Bukele.
Yeah, dude, and I heard like one of his speeches, bro, and like it reminded me like of that thing, like dude, he's becoming like this fucking like wow, bro, like he seems like a fucking good guy, like all that.
This guy looks Middle Eastern.
Yeah, he does.
What is this guy? A conservative or obviously, right?
I'm not sure, probably. But something that just changed recently, because I was looking in the comments and somebody said, man, it's a shame that next year is his last year. And somebody in the comments said, no, the laws changed recently. So he's able, if the people want him, he's able to stay longer.
Well, I could tell you what the mainstream media thinks he is. He's an authoritarian.
Dude, it's crazy. Like from what you guys have said, from what I've seen from Hitler and what this guy's doing, it's like, bro, it's getting a little weird.
It'll be interesting to watch, right?
Yeah. Keep an eye on him, bro. It looks great what he's doing. It seems to be like working. The economy's advancing. He's a young guy, so he's like bringing new ideas to the country.
It's the cult of personality.
Yeah, bro.
41 years old.
Bum, what's going on with DeSantis' bid? I heard that like that shit's losing steam.
Yeah, I've heard the same thing. I've heard that he hasn't given like major press conferences. He stay away from really being pinned down on anything. All of his events are contrived and set up for him with softball questions. I heard he's not doing well.
I forgot to mention this last time. There was some thing where he was with his wife somewhere, and she said like our daughter watches Frozen all day long, and he was like super fucking pissed at her, and he was gonna fucking look like he was gonna fucking hit her. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Oh my god.
Let me see if I can look it up.
Yeah, dude. It was funny.
He seems to get rattled.
He
seems like he gets really pissed sometimes when
he's a weird guy.
he is. He's a weird guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who's handling his campaign, and maybe he's doing it, but it's not doing well.
It sounds like it's going to be an interesting election.
Hey, Trump's first campaign wasn't that successful either.
You mean the lead up into the election?
No, he ran like Obama's second term.
Was that a serious bid? I don't remember that. You remember that, Bum?
I know he was a candidate at some point. I don't remember the year.
The craziest thing is Biden ran for president in 88.
1888.
I'm not even joking.
1888.
No.
Dude, that makes perfect sense. That guy's almost 90. He was in his 60s.
He was in
He was
the
in his
prime. He was in the
prime.
prime to be a president. Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
It is.
Like
It says
all those guys are dead. That was like Bush, Reagan, were from that
Dude,
era.
but even Trump, dude. Trump's right there, right with him, right next to him.
Yeah, a few years.
Yeah, he's like 4 years younger.
It says in 2000 Trump had a presidential campaign. I didn't know about all that.
That's this century, though. At least.
The true story of Donald Trump's first campaign speech in 1987.
Trump had a campaign in 87?
Yeah, age 41.
I don't
He
remember.
may have been a Democrat back then.
Probably.
Those may have been those like little bids that last very little time.
Just to get publicity or whatever.
Yeah. I guess he's been flirting with it for a long time.
That's when he was promoting the Trump steak. Or the Trump vodka.
I haven't had Trump steak.
Or Trump vodka myself.
Well, obviously they didn't do well.
Anyways, dude, the Marlins are they're kicking ass, dude. It's a slow time right now. I recommend.
We got football right around the corner.
Football right around the corner.
Fantasy football right around the corner.
Which means pain and suffering. Come on, let's remember it for real.
For most of us, yes.
I'm sharing, Randy, so you can see what I'm talking about.
All right, what are we talking
It
about?
also means blurs of pain.
This vodka's so good. It's the best. Excuse me, best vodka. Only the best people drink this.
Excuse me. He does that.
Excuse me.
Hey, dude, there hasn't been. There's nobody like this guy, bro. Like Trump, bro. Nobody.
I want to thank the people of Puerto Rico. Puerto.
Bro, remember when he was throwing the paper towels at him?
When he was
You
shooting
get paper towels.
he was
You get paper
shooting
towels.
threes, bro.
Everybody gets paper towels.
You guys want to
There's
see
nobody-
that? Let's see that.
Dude,
real
there's
quick.
nobody like Trump, bro. God bless, bro.
I think the people that miss him the most are the news.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh,
News people miss him more than anybody.
Yeah,
Dude,
but
but even
which
dude,
president has fallen over the most?
People, bro. It's crazy. It's hilarious. I gotta say, dude, Ron DeSantimonious is fucking amazing. Is awesome, dude. I love it.
He's good with the.
What
with
about
the nickname.
Meatball Ron? Randy, I got it up, bro.
Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe. Oh my god, dude, he's the best, bro.
Pocahontas.
Nobody
Share Randers.
gets the best nickname.
Dude, he's got good form, bro.
Yeah. He's good. I bet you he could play the Wii good. I bet you he's good on the Wii.
Oh,
That was a nice one, dude. Nice, dude.
that last one was good, bro.
Why is he throwing paper towels?
Because they needed supplies in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I like the last one, dude. That shit was sick.
Good form, dude.
Listen.
Puerto Rico.
And a very consistent form, dude.
Yeah.
You know what? I bet he practiced that. He fucking practiced his fucking shot before he did it. I'm sure.
He's playing the Wii. He was playing the Wii.
Fuck that Wii that you made us play, dude.
That shit was good, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit's fun, bro. That shit's fun.
Yeah, good for you that you left and me and this idiot are playing for everybody. And by the time you guys get back, we're like fucking dead ass tired. And then of course we lose, dude.
Yeah, but those
Okay,
ribeyes were on point though.
Oh, because we were cooking, right? That's what we were doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't understand why we kept playing. We could have just stopped
It's
playing till they got back.
It's fun.
Somehow me and the bum felt obligated to continue playing while
Dude,
you guys
we gotta do another one, bro, and we fucking grill out.
Yeah, we gotta do another one. I gotta see when these women leave. Definitely.
Throw shit on the grill, bro.
Puerto Rico.
We have to do it. Guys, I think I'm out, man.
Yeah, I gotta.
All right, bro.
Tomorrow.
I'll see you guys soon.
By the way, this is a segue real. The 2023 Traveler's Choice Best Hotel Awards, Mar-a-Lago was number 18 and the number one family-friendly hotel in the U.S.
Mar-a-Lago was the number
Yes.
one from family friendly.
I didn't know that was like a hotel. I thought that was just people that
I'm gonna go play golf.
that live there.
Number one family friendly. Really?
That's what it said,
That's surprising.
which goes completely against other headlines that you read.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that as a family place.
Yeah, like the family of rich people.
Yeah.
Well, that's the first requirement. That's the first requirement to go there.
Oh, hey, but dude, the thumbnail, Randy, was fucking on point. I loved it.
Yeah, dude. And I love that movie,
Yeah, that movie's excellent.
A Life Aquatic with Steve Suzo.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Mar-a-Lago is only $500 a person
A night?
Really?
a night. Yeah.
Good night, guys.
Later, bro.
Good night.
All right. Later. Bum.
Yes.
It was recently World's Brothers Day. I'm going to give you some names of some brothers, and you have to determine their last names. You ready?
Sure.
I think he's setting you up, bro.
This
No.
sounds like a setup.
These are pretty easy. You should get most of these. Steven and Seth.
Rogan.
Stephen, Stephen, and Seth.
Oh, Curry.
Yep.
Only for the bum or me too?
Well, whatever.
Please include yourself because I'm not gonna get any of these.
You knew that.
I'm bad with names.
All right. Buckshot. Jackie,
Remember,
Tito, Jermaine, Marlon, and Michael.
Jackson.
That's the Jackson 5.
Damn, I didn't know that.
That's because
Did
I'm
it?
old.
No, I didn't.
Owen and Luke.
Owen?
Wilson.
Oh,
Yep.
I didn't know Owen had a brother.
Both actors. You ever seen Idiocracy?
No.
That's a cool movie, and that's his brother, Luke, is in that one.
Ooh.
Wilhelm and Jacob.
Who?
Wilhelm and Jacob. This one's like a fictional one. That's the Brothers Grimm. I don't know who the fuck these guys are. Ari, Ram, and Zeke. That's not the running back for the Cowboys. But
Yeah, I don't know.
Emmanuel, which I don't know who those guys are.
No.
And well, I don't know if you know this one. This is probably
Wait. Ram, Zeke.
Yeah.
An R.
Funny enough, I went to a company function, and Zeke Emmanuel actually spoke. Rob and Zeke Emmanuel. Yes.
Ram
was the chief of staff, I think, for Obama, later became the mayor of Chicago.
Oh wow, that's another Obama connection.
Yes, and Zeke, his brother,
he was a guard for the Pistons.
Is a doctor who I think was he was a huge proponent of Obamacare. Shockingly enough.
Right. Or not. Liam and Noel.
Neeson.
Yeah.
No. I said maybe. You're my wonderwall. After all.
You're having an involuntary muscle reaction.
Spasms.
I don't know.
Gallagher. Oasis. You guys have never heard of the band Oasis?
The Bum has.
They were huge. Bum, you've heard of Oasis.
Are they 90s?
Yes. One of the bigger bands. One of the bigger bands of the 90s.
That's my weak spot.
All right. You're a company function kind of guy. Have they ever hired musical talent at any of your company functions?
Like a band?
Yes. Or an act.
Or a rap. Or
I believe so.
Anybody like that we would know?
No. It's always been like not a famous band.
Okay. I recently heard this. I thought it was interesting. There's one act or guy or band or whatever that he's the number one like event company function sort of guy, kind of the go-to guy for any conferences or events. Any guess who you think that might be?
No.
I may have asked this question already.
Never heard it. If I did, I erased it from my memory.
Take a wild guess.
Bruno Mars.
No, but he wouldn't do that because he's too big, right?
Okay.
This has to be somebody, like this fucking Taylor Swift is not gonna fucking do that.
Right. It would have to be somebody who's partially washed up, like Jesse, like Rick Springsteen.
You're on the right. Now we're on the right track. We're on the right track now. You're on the right track. You might actually get this if you take enough stabs at it.
Michael Bolton.
I mean, you're in the fucking hemisphere. You may have gone colder, but you're still,
I'm still in the irrelevant guys that could do this.
You're in the era. You're in the. You got the kind of guy. Even though Michael Bolton, I think, is fucking huge.
Yeah, he is.
But not. He made
Michael Bublé.
That's a good guess, but now you're getting.
What is it?
Wait.
Yeah.
What era?
I think this guy's primarily like an 80s guy. Had a lot of songs that were big in movies.
Like Phil Collins?
No, Phil Collins probably would be too big to do this, I would guess. This guy had a lot of hits from movies in the 80s.
Movie soundtracks?
Yes, his song.
Kenny Loggins.
Kenny fucking Loggins, dude. That's the number one, and he makes fucking millions off this type of gig where they hire him for
I'm alright.
Footloose. Highway to the danger zone.
Danger zone.
Danger zone. Danger zone. Like,
yes,
he's every 80s movie soundtrack, right?
Caddyshack.
Yeah, that was my "Oh, that's alright."
What song is that from?
Caddyshack.
Caddyshack.
They used that for something else too, right? What did they use on Saved by the Bell?
I never watched that show. It was after my
I grew up with fucking Kelly Kapowski and all that shit. I thought
Playing with the Boys. Top Gun.
Yeah, the Danger Zone was the fucking.
And that guy probably has massive plastic surgery.
All those guys, right? That's like a requirement of the fucking second to actors, right? Singers of that era. We're gonna get demonetized, dude. So, Bum, you're down on the Heaters?
Am I down on them?
Yeah.
I think what they did was amazing. I think it speaks a lot to Spo. But I think Riley's been letting them down and not being able to secure additional talent.
But, like, who could he have gotten?
If the answer's no, if the answer's no one, there's a problem.
I'm sure he's going to do something.
Another Kyle Lowry kind of.
Which isn't Damon Lillard like in the same hemisphere?
I think he's like early stage, like he's Kyle Lowry when we should have got him like 3 years ago.
But a small window too. But a small window.
Oh yeah.
Like Dame Lillard's not going to be Dame Lillard like for much longer, probably. He's 32, I think.
No, yeah.
But what's Kyle Lowry? 36?
Yeah, but Kyle Lowry at his best was never Dame Lillard.
No, exactly. I was going to say Kyle Lowry was more of like a role player supporting Dame Lillard's the main fucking man. He might be bigger than fucking Butler.
Maybe. Lowry always had another guy there with him that was more. Well, him and DeRozan.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to do another quick trivia here, Bum?
Actually, Lowry is 37.
Yeah, he's washed up. Famous courtroom quotes.
Objection.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
OJ. Or you want to know the attorney?
Yes. OJ didn't say that.
Right. No, his attorney.
Who said the quote?
Johnny Cochran.
Cockring. Yeah.
Cockring.
Yeah. The courtroom does not comprehend or is indifferent to the insidious way in which women can be victims of pay discrimination.
Wow. That one doesn't ring a bell.
That's Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg said that. You can't handle the truth. Now, if you know this guy's name in the movie, I'll be impressed. I'm sure you can tell me the actor. I've said too much. You can't handle the truth.
Oh, that's Jack Nicholson.
But do you know the character's name?
Colonel Jessup.
Oh, wow. Good. Colonel Nathan Roy Jessup.
Yeah.
A Few Good Men. Jack Nicholson.
Yes.
I wish you well. Gwyneth Paltrow said that following her ski accident trial earlier this year. Okay, and then the last one is, the state has not produced one iota of medical evidence to the effect that the crime Tom Robinson is charged with ever took place.
Not familiar. Tom Robinson.
Atticus Finch in To Kill a Mockingbird.
Atticus. Oh, man. You know what? I was thinking that was going to be on this list, and then I sort of forgot about it.
Who's the one? I got a couple of poop stories before we get out of here.
Poop stories?
Yep. New segment we're doing here. It's called Real Shit.
We already had that. Raul was
Raul
talking about
gave us
fingering him.
Very detailed thing where he was fucking. I wasn't sure. Like, he's like, I called my wife. There was fingers in my ass. I didn't know where that story was going initially.
Yeah. He thought he almost split his ass.
Yes, he wanted to cut his ass. I don't know what the fuck. Who told me about a Jack Daniel poop toy? One of you guys told me about this.
Oh, I think I did.
What was this poop story with that?
That I think Jack Daniel was suing. Somebody was suing somebody over that.
Because they were infringing on their trademark with a poop toy?
Possibly, yeah.
All right. And then the other poop story comes from Ohio. Someone has been pooping out the same COVID strain for 2 years in Ohio, and they're trying to find them.
Is that from their sampling of wastewater?
Yes, and they're interested in finding him because some scientists believe that finding the person could provide some much needed insight into the disease. And they keep finding the same poop strain, and they think it's just from one specific person. And they even pinpointed that they likely live in Columbus, Ohio, and that they commute to work in a city. Look this up, Tank, to see if because this is an older story, if they found any updates on this. They think that they commute to work in a city called Washington Courthouse, about 45 minutes away.
Devastatingly shocking that they could figure that out from your poop.
Yes, because I guess the strain is coming from these two places, so they think that it's the
yeah, when he takes a crap at work and when he takes a crap at home.
Yeah, and they think he's I was never much of a work crapper myself. I
stayed away from that whenever possible.
Tried to take care of business.
It was only when I had a horrific lunch event that would occur.
Yeah.
Let's go to
the last update I see is that one.
Which is the name underneath your thing, horrific accident expert. Sorry, go ahead, Tank.
No, that's the last the most current update I see is that one that it could be the way that they understand long COVID better or something like that.
Yeah, they think the guy could be sick, and yeah, that it might help understand why long COVID infections happen and how they can treat them. Have you guys heard of anybody that has long COVID? Or know anybody that has long COVID personally?
Long COVID?
Yeah.
No.
I'm trying to think.
I know somebody who got COVID recently.
Yeah,
Yes.
my son.
Oh, wow.
Is he fully over that?
As much as you could tell.
That's amazing that you guys didn't get it.
Well, who knows, right?
I swear I feel like I probably have had COVID 3 times already at this point. And lighter versions the other times.
I never got it.
You may not even have known, dude,
Now I'm confident.
that you had it.
What happened?
You may have not even noticed, that you had it.
Unless I had zero symptoms, but every time I was sick, I would get tested.
Yeah, but you could be like completely asymptomatic too and have had it, where you don't feel shit. I really wonder if in an alternate universe there would have been no vaccines and we just would have let it burn through. What the difference would have been, if it would have just also gone away, not completely, but like just kind of run its course. Because right now it's a completely different thing.
I don't think they would ever allow that, right?
Well, not allow it, but say they didn't have the means. Like the other flu, they didn't have the Spanish flu. They didn't have any means.
Right.
That just burned through, right?
Yes, very badly.
And eventually became sort of, I guess, the flu that's still around today, a version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't that big. It's not that big of a deal anymore.
It doesn't seem like it. All right. I think that's all I had, unless you guys have anything. We're almost at the 3-hour mark. Stop going down in fucking submarines, dude. China's moving into Cuba, dude. You heard about that shit?
Oh, I saw something about that, yeah.
China's making friends with everybody but us.
Everybody that's not our friend.
Oh, we owe them
That too.
money.
We owe them money, but we found $6 billion in our back pocket, and we were like, oh, fuck it. We'll still give it to Ukraine.
Send it to Ukraine. So we buy honey at my job to make like dressings and shit like that. And it used to say, and I noticed because I found that it was weird. It used to say that the honey was like imported from
Ukraine?
Brazil, Argentina.
Argentina has a lot of honey.
Another country, and then from out of nowhere, Vietnam. It was like across the country. It was weird because everything was like close by, and then I looked the other day, and it like switched. It's like Argentina, Uruguay, and the Ukraine now. It was weird.
Well, my dad always tells me that they always called Ukraine el granero del mundo, where they had a lot of grains and a lot of food stuff came out of there. Maybe we're doing our own, doing business with them.
Maybe we're prepping for the future.
Yeah. All right. The last thing I want to show before we go is inventors killed by their own inventions.
By the way, just a quick tidbit of something that I ran into the other day, completely off topic. I was looking at the last meals of convicted killers.
Oh, that's awesome.
And a lot of them asked for Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah.
I thought you guys should know that.
Let me tell you.
As a last meal.
Let me tell you. If you choose Kentucky Fried Chicken as your last meal, you should fucking die. We should fucking kill you.
And many of them, it was just part of a very larger meal. Like they had like filet mignon, lobster, and Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Of all the fucking, I don't think they bring you whatever you want, right?
They pretty much try to.
They'll bring you a fucking Ruth Chris porterhouse if you want.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
If it's reasonable like that, yeah. But if it's like, I saw somebody that asked for a bunch of like shit that made them like, it was like natural laxatives. I don't think they like give it to you, shit like that.
Yeah, it'll be a shitty mess.
Yeah.
What would you guys get for your last meal?
I was thinking I may have some Kentucky Fried Chicken in my meal.
Oh my god, dude.
Along with, maybe like steak and lobster, some mashed potatoes. You're not a fan of Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Oh, no, dude.
No?
I like it.
I think it's gross. Sorry.
It makes me shit a lot, though. I'll tell you that.
No, that tells you something right there.
I still like it, though.
I do like Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I would have lobster, for sure.
I don't rarely eat it, though. I can't even remember the last time I ate it.
Yeah, me neither.
Anyways, this is the list of, let's see. Inventors killed by their own invention. Which, of course, this
is
guy
related
from
to the sub. Yeah.
Yes. There's been a few automotive ones. There's been some aviation ones.
Robert Cocking died when his homemade parachute failed.
Mm-hmm.
Cocking got cocked.
Cocking failed to include the weight
of his cock. Oh, shit. That seems like a fucking bad miscalculation, dude.
Oh, Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin died using his own invention?
Yeah.
What was his invention?
His own TV show?
Is he on this list?
Nah.
Oh, okay. You guys are coming up with that one on your own.
Yeah.
The guy who invented the printing press?
Wow, do you remember reading about Marie Curie in school?
No.
She's on there, chemistry on the top there.
Oh, radiation. Dude, I wasn't expecting to see the printing press guy here.
What did he get his head caught in the printing press?
He got his foot crushed during the installation of a new machine in Philadelphia and developed gangrene and died during the amputation.
Jesus.
Like, you think, oh, this guy's a nerd, he's fucking printing shit, and then that guy fucking, I wasn't expecting to see that. We got a few maritime ones here.
Oh, look, Stockton Rush is already on there.
That's why I'm doing this. They just recently added him to this. The guy who built the first lighthouse during the Great Storm of 1703, the lighthouse was completely destroyed. Him and 5 other men died inside. No trace of them was ever found. Oh, here's another submarine one. Horace Lawson Hunley, Confederate inventor, drowned with 7 other crew members during a test of his invention, the first combat submarine.
Yeah, the Huntley. They found that not too long ago, I think.
Oh, really? It was later named the H.L. Hunley.
Yeah, that was they looked for that for the longest time, I think.
Well, you know how they say 2/3 of the Earth is water? And you know how little it's been explored?
Yeah.
But that only counts the surface of the Earth. If you count like the depths of the oceans, and all that area, it's really like 98% water.
I was kind of shocked how they kept repeating that statement that more people have gone to space than to where this freaking sub dived to.
Yeah.
Wow. I guess very little people have done this.
Bro, if we were like with some old Cubans, you know, es una comimerdería, bro. Why, you know, it's a boat that's sunk in the bottom of the water. What else? Why do we want to go down there? It's curiosity, and it killed the cat, right?
Yeah.
Like,
well, it's just like Mount Everest. Why do you climb a mountain? Because it's there, right?
but space exploration and those accidents, you know, that's we need to push the envelope there, and you know, there's going to be risks there. Those,
right.
you know, I feel like those people are at least doing something to try to better humanity and, you know, learn more, and for the whole race, you know, that I think that shit's probably way more important. This guy died of decompression sickness after experimental dives with the submarine explorer.
I was reading.
Look at that era. It's the 1800s.
Yeah,
Guys, I'm out of here for the night.
All right, brother.
All right.
See ya.
Take care.
I was reading how that submarine, the Curse, blew up. Wow, what a horrific shit that was.
Is that on this list too, or that's something else?
No, that I think that was in the list. You may have sent like listing of submarines that
the 5 greatest disasters.
Yeah.
Which one is that one? Is that the Russian one?
That's the Russian one.
Oh, that's the one where they didn't want our help, right?
Right.
And that was like in 99?
In the 90s, yeah.
You know what's crazy about that one? Fucking Putin was in power, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was fucked up. They supposedly it was a training maneuver, and they had very shoddy maintenance and procedures, and apparently they loaded a dummy torpedo that was leaking high test peroxide, which is a fuel that they use to fuel the torpedo, and the shit is incredibly volatile. It like dripped out of the torpedo, and when it made contact with the brass of the casing of the torpedo tube, it caused a catalytic reaction that caused a huge explosion. And then it set off the other torpedoes.
Oh my God.
Dude, it was a complete disaster. And then I was reading that there were still men that managed to get to the last compartment, and they estimate that there was about 23 sailors that survived the initial explosions. There were several of them.
Wasn't there knocking or something, or like they heard knocking?
They disabled their emergency buoy for the tests. So the only reason anybody knew anything is because they heard the explosions underwater, other submarines, and they figured something went wrong. But those last 23 sailors in that compartment were, you know, they think they survived for a period of time, but when they were running out of oxygen, they tried to use an oxygen generator that caught fire and caused a massive other explosion, and then they all died. Everybody there was lost. Dude, it was like a chain of disastrous events all within the submarine. It's like, Jesus.
Did they leave a note, these guys?
I don't remember reading that.
I thought I read something about that.
But they pulled that shit out, dude.
They brought it back up, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's pictures of it.
Yeah, that's fucked up, dude. And it was nuclear powered, and somehow, with all the failures and bad maintenance, at least I guess the nuclear reactors shut themselves out safely, which is a miracle because dude, the Russians are famous for
Nuclear accidents.
like terrible accidents because of bad equipment and shit like that.
Chernobyl.
They had a couple of space flights. There was
Oh.
one famous one where the guy is cursing
Dude,
all the way.
That Mir space station was always like one accident away from fucking exploding. Remember, they always had all these accidents up there.
Yeah, they lost a lot of people. There's one where they actually recorded the guy cursing mission control because he knew he was going to die. His parachute, he was in a capsule, and his parachute did not deploy. And he was cursing the shit out. They have it like on, the radio transmissions. And they translated, "You've killed me." Apparently, the capsule had all kinds of problems before it being launched, and
where was that guy? He was coming out of what?
It was during the space race.
Okay,
and I think it was late 50s, early 60s, and he was just going up,
into orbit,
in orbit, and coming back down, and the parachutes didn't deploy, and the fucking guy. Dude, and then they show his picture of what is left of him.
Oh my God.
And at his funeral, and they made, I think his family made them display it so everybody knew what he went through. It was like a charred, it looked like a piece of wood.
Oh my God. Burnt.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Russians, here's some medical people killed by their own inventions. Alexander Bogdanov was a Russian and Soviet physician, philosopher, science fiction writer, and revolutionary who experimented with blood transfusion, attempting to achieve eternal youth or at least partial rejuvenation. He died after he took the blood of a student suffering from malaria and tuberculosis, who may have also had the wrong blood type.
Wow, that sounds like complete incompetence.
Yes, he's trying to do too much. Thomas Midgley Jr., 1889 to 1944, was an American engineer and chemist who contracted polio at age 51, leaving him severely disabled. He devised an elaborate system of ropes and pulleys to help others lift him from bed. He became entangled in the ropes and died of strangulation at age 55. However, he is better known for two of his other inventions, the tetraethyl lead, TEL, additive to gasoline, and chlorofluorocarbons.
Wow. Chlorofluorocarbons is something we banned because it created a hole in the atmosphere. And I think gas,
it's like a methane ethane thing.
I think gas is not allowed to have lead anymore, right?
That's why we have unleaded. Back in the 70s, I think we had lead in the gas.
Right. Now we have ethanol.
Unleaded gas. There's a couple of these railway ones. Stuntman who developed a shock absorbent barrel.
That sounds disastrous.
He died following a demonstration involving the barrel being dropped from the roof of the Houston Astrodome.
Jesus.
He was fatally injured when his barrel hit the rim of the water tank meant to cushion his fall.
That sounds like a Super Dave Osborne show.
Yeah. Real life, though.
Yeah.
Rocketry. Max Valier died in 1930. He invented liquid-fueled rocket engines as a member of the 1920s German Rocket Society, Verein für Raumschifffahrt,
which later became NASA.
Yes. On May 17, 1930, an alcohol-fueled engine, I'm a little bit alcohol-fueled right now, exploded on his test bench in Berlin, killing him instantly. Oh, I think this is the guy you were talking about. Was this guy? Oh, but this guy was in 2020. Mike Hughes was killed when the parachute failed to deploy during a crash Oh, I remember this guy when he was piloting his homemade steam-powered rocket. Is this the guy who was a flat earther?
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yes, Michael Hughes, popularly known as Mad Mike. When you're known as Mad Mike, you're probably going to die from your invention.
Yeah.
Mad Mike Hughes was an American limousine driver, professed flat earther, and daredevil. I've seen the video of this. He just flies up and then he bounces right down. Known for flying in self-built steam rockets. He was trying to fly up to prove that the Earth was flat. He died February 22, 2020, while filming a stunt for an upcoming Science Channel television series. Although a public promoter of the flat Earth model, following his death, his public relations representative said that Hughes had only used flat Earth as a PR stunt to acquire funding for the rockets.
Steam-powered rockets?
That's what it says. Homemade steam-powered rocket.
Wow.
And then they have some popular legends and related stories here.
Steam-powered rockets. How does that even work?
Well, steam, those boats were steam boats back in the day, right?
Yeah, but they went like fucking 20 miles an hour.
I'm assuming, I don't know anything. I'm not a scientist, but I stayed at a Holiday Inn last night. He had some sort of pack that gathered a lot of steam, and then they would let it out, and that would be the propulsion system. I don't fucking know, dude. Obviously, it wasn't a good system because he died using it. So,
yeah, I'm looking up the rocket crash here just so.
Oh my god, it's fucked up, dude.
He's in the rocket.
I think he's like attached to it. I think he may come. I think he comes disattached from the rocket, if I remember correctly. Like the rocket goes one way and he goes another way. Is that what it is?
Oh my god, the parachute like immediately. The parachute immediately. They don't show it hit the ground, I guess. The parachute is launched right immediately from when he launches the rocket. The parachute comes out. So when the rocket starts to come down, it has no way of stopping.
Yeah, dude.
But they don't show it go into it. You see it heading straight into the mountain.
Yeah, the video I saw, like you see him falling after he goes up.
Wow. Never saw that.
Yeah. It was a pandemic thing. All right, Bum, we got anything else before we get out of here? What's the Dolphins' record this year?
I think it's going to be near 500.
8-9, I'm saying.
Something like that.
More of the same.
Dude, that schedule looks harder than last year.
Holy shit, man.
But I guess that's let's call that my preseason evaluation. Ask me after preseason and maybe I'll change my mind.
Yes, injuries, guys.
I don't expect I expect him to have a little bit more presence and savviness, but I don't know if the injury thing is going to be corrected. That's still a liability.
My problem is, as soon as he had that concussion against Green Bay, everybody immediately forgot that he had been playing bad for multiple games already, and just automatically went to, if he hadn't gotten injured, we would be okay. Like that bought him a pass on the poor recent play, and that became like the excuse, which he's got to bounce back from that injury, and he's got to bounce back from, like, they figured out what the fuck they were doing, and they figured out what he was doing, and he had some flashes, I guess, after that, but the San Francisco game was horrific. The San Diego game was horrific. I guess the Patriots was a little bit better, and the Bills was the best game out of those other ones. The Green Bay ending was horrible, but then, of course, they say it's because of the concussion. But I don't know. I think we're just going to get more of the same.
I think some of that, I'm not going to make an excuse for his injuries because there isn't anything for that. But some of that is also Mike McDaniel's being figured out,
Yes.
So they're going to have to do something better there.
Run the damn ball.
Yeah. Especially if they get Dalvin Cook or whoever they get.
I don't even, you didn't even use the guys you had, and Mostert was running for a pretty good clip whenever he was given the opportunity. He just always seemed to, and then, you wasted draft capital on another running back. Like, you could have fucking prime OJ Simpson, and if you don't give him the ball, what the fuck does it matter? Unless, you're just living off the threat that you're going to run the ball. But that guy, Tua, needs to have a running game.
If anybody needs it, it's him.
That is not Dan Marino, Aaron Rodgers, that's not even fucking Matthew Stafford. That's not, that's not a guy you're going to just, all right, just drop back fucking 50 times, dude. Well, you'll get, no. If anything, you need less of that guy. You want that guy probably with like fucking 20 to 25 attempts. If Tua's getting 20 to 25 attempts, you're probably doing better than if he's throwing 50 times.
Absolutely.
Most of the time. You got to drop that guy that many times, you're done, dude. That's bad news.
I would have to agree.
We'll see. I predict pain. All right, bro. By the way, I showed the kids, the Rocky movies recently. Those are great movies.
Did they like him?
They love them. They love
the music. That you showed them that they haven't liked? That you thought was really good, and they were like, "Dad, what is this?"
I've just started to dive into movies that are probably they're not old enough for, but there's nothing crazy going on in them where I could still show it to them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I can't, I'm not going to show them Pulp Fiction or,
no
stuff like that yet. But, I think Rocky, it's the music, and the montage. There's always the Rocky montage, and
the training montage.
Yeah, there's always that. And they, that's like a staple of those movies, and they like that shit. But anyways. All right, man.
Okay.
I'll see you, bro.
Right, I'll see you.